Don't you know? Banging our heads to the rhythm of the code. We don't care about dollars or the shiny blades. We're just holding to zero. It's our everything. Round tripping positions, that's how we roll. We won't make a dollar, won't sell a thing. We're the zero holders.
All right, good morning, guys. Mega GMs. Happy Saturday, August 16th. Fucking wow. Even the year's been flying, and the days are flying, and the weeks are flying. The fucking wow. We're halfway through August here. Abstract stream not working. Fuck. Every single time. Every single time. It always starts on its own eventually. It kicks in and starts working. So we'll get it. Good morning, though. Who's here? How we doing? I think we're having a long stream today, man. I think so. I think we got a long one incoming here. Carbon, good morning, brother. Christian motherfucking Jensen, good morning. Choina, good morning, man. Dude, Rod. Capy's doing ridiculous things, and I think it's going to keep doing ridiculous things. I think I said last week, like, I went from, like, buying it because I thought it could pump. Like, I was sure it could pump, right? And, hang on. There we go. I bought it, I was sure it could pump. And I wasn't a believer. I was telling my buddies, I'm like, I don't think a Capy coin, I don't think we're looking at like a $10 million coin, or definitely not 20, 30. And then in the past week that all changed. And then suddenly I'm like a believer in Capy, and we'll talk about that. But I think Capy's going to do some big old numbers, some big old numbers. And yes, we hit all time high this week. Well, again, we'll get into it. But I think Capy's going to do some big stupid numbers, and I can't wait. I can't fucking wait. I'm not selling. I'm not going to risk selling like I was doing, like, like I'm playing the game. I'll sell now. It's going to dip. I'll buy back lower. And yes, it's dipped every time, and every single time I could have bought back lower. But one of these times it's going to send, and I'm not going to get back in, and I'm not risking it. Zol, good morning. Drop King, good morning. Andrew GMs. Gary GMs. Dude, I could probably go and count exactly what I put in and sold and, whatever. But I started with just $30 in Capy at, $50K. And I sold that when it got up to like 1,700. And then I bought back in, like probably 1,700-ish bought back in. But I'm up like, let me even see. At points I've looked at my Capy bag and it's worth like $9,000, which is pretty awesome. Right now, $7,000. Fucking awesome. Fuck coins looking okay too. Like, just cool shit. But I'm looking at Capy now, and I see like 4.5 mil market cap. I'm like, well, now that I'm a believer, I'm like, I think we could see Capy 10x from here. I think 40 mil is actually really doable. I actually think it's possible. I think 40 mil, 50 mil total, I think it's possible, where before I would have been like, fuck out of here. Not a chance. I believe it. So I'm like, I can't sell now, and I think I'm looking at maybe a $70,000 bag, We'll see. We'll see. And by the way, if you didn't get in Capy, no worries, because we're going to keep getting into stuff early. We will keep, and it's easy mode's coming, and we're going to just keep getting early to stuff that's going to be really obvious plays. Capy was obvious, at least to move some. We're going to keep getting in early stuff. We have done that always. We will keep doing it. So if you missed Capy, don't worry. And I don't think you've missed it too, by the way. Sitting at, 4.5 mil. I don't think you've missed Capy. All right. I'm going to put up a little banner because I think today might be different. Look, I'm not going to commit to like an epic 5-10 hour stream today, but it might happen. It might be like a really long stream. It's possible. Like, there's enough to talk about, but I'm going to put out the call to like any guests that want to come on the show. Like, if any projects out there want to come on the show, like if we can keep a stream of people coming, man, I think we can do it, man. So let's go. All right. I'm just putting up a banner here. Okay, we're going to put this. Yeah, I think we're just going to leave that up here. And let's see. You know, like Doodles fam. If Doodles want to come on the show finally, send me a DM. Just come up. If I think that applies to like any of these teams out there. I think we'll do something a little different today. Maybe nobody comes on, whatever. But you know that 12-hour stream got the juices flowing, and I want to talk to people. All right, so what are we talking about today? We're going to talk about ETH. We'll do the crypto market, but we're going to talk about ETH. Some here didn't believe that we're going to see an ETH all-time high this year. Wouldn't be me, dude. Wouldn't be me. But some people definitely didn't think we'd see ETH all-time high this year. And I don't think even thought, I'd have to go back, I have to go check the records, but I think didn't even think we'd see 4K ETH this year. But oopsie. Fucking oopsie. Smashed 4K. We got within like, what, $100 of all-time high? ETH all-time high. By the way, smash the like on the show. And let me see if Abstract's working now. It's so weird. Abstract takes a shit and then all of a sudden works like 2 minutes later. Abstract's up now. Anybody who doesn't follow me over there, go check out the Abstract side. English, good morning, buddy. By the way, Superman movie came out yesterday, like the digital movie. I was really hoping for like an extended cut, right? Because I love that movie, man. I fucking love that movie. That was my second like full watch. Actually, I can't count it because I fell asleep, but I'm going to watch it again today. That Superman movie is so much better the first time, and I liked it the first time. Second time, like really fucking good. Like I can't believe it's good. And so I went out and bought some comics. I'm excited. I'm going to read some of this today. Like I'm in Superman mode. All-Star Superman. Superman Birthright. These are some like classic Superman, like some of the best Superman stories. And I haven't read Birthright. I haven't read For All Seasons. And then I got Kingdom Come coming in the mail today. And I have read that. It's fucking amazing, but I cannot wait. Wasn't there cutscenes? There's definitely stuff that didn't make it in Superman. Like there's stuff from the trailer I remember that wasn't in the final movie. Like, you know, at the beginning when the robots are like beaming the sun down on Superman to heal him. In the trailer, they showed in the trailer at one point, like early on, they were picking like how much sun they needed. They're like, we need to put on 33x. And that wasn't in the movie. There's a ton chopped out. And I'm hoping we get an extended cut at some point. It would be awesome. It's a great fucking movie. It hit me in ways it didn't before. Like I got a little, like when Lois and Clark are fighting, like doing that interview part and they're arguing, that didn't hit the same way in the theater as it did at home. I'm like, oh fuck, I felt him being frustrated because he really believes he's doing right. That movie really works, like really fucking works. For builders who may want to come up, you don't have to come on camera. I'm also streaming on X Spaces, and I'm doing that to transcribe it, right? For I like the Lurky app. The Lurky app's fucking awesome. I like the timestamps now of when we talk about stuff because we talk about it early. And nobody's going to take that from us. We talk about stuff really early, and I like having it like I like it. We got the provenance now. We talk about something early. People will know. People will know we talk about Capy. If I was doing Lurky, people will know we talked about Capy at 100K. But we've done that a lot, so I want to keep this record of it. And Lurky's fucking awesome. And by the way, Lurky dude was on our mega stream. 2 weeks ago? Was that a week ago? Time is like not even a thing anymore. Carbon, you and I are like so fucking alike, dude. Did you get anything good? Also, I think I'm going to stop fidgeting with knives now. I saw a video, like one of the regular like knife YouTube channels I watched. Guy put out a video that he's not playing with his knives anymore. He dropped his knife. It bounced off the floor, stuck him in his leg, and he didn't think much of it. What is Crystal Lake? Crystal Lake's like the town next to me. That's weird. Anyway, the knife bounced off the floor, stuck him in the leg, thought nothing of it till he looked down and blood squirting. Like he's squirting out, and he hit an artery. And like dude would have died except he had like an emergency pack that like will clot blood, and then he did a tourniquet, but he lives 30 minutes from a hospital. Dude would have died. And so like I learn from others often enough. Some things I don't, some things I do. And hearing him talk about that, and he's like, don't fidget with knives. They're tools. It's not a toy. And I've been fidgeting all fucking day, like flipping knives. I'm like, it's probably stupid. I don't want to like learn that lesson to stop. So I'm not going to do it. We had 2 awesome streams this week, but dude, get the fuck out. How did you know I'm a Red Hood dude? Oh, wait, you're a redhead. I'm sorry. Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, we're very similar then. I read that as Red Hood. He's like Jason Todd's one of my favorite characters. I hate that he's so emo and like fucking. There's an audience of Jason Todd who I don't think are fucking cool at all. So that's kind of ruined it. But I fucking love Jason Todd. So I thought you were saying that. You're not. I love that was the comic. That was the thing that got me into comics when I was a kid. When Robin died, because I was like 7 or 8 at a friend's house. He had the comic where Robin dies. I'm like, superheroes can die? And like we were visiting like a family friend, and I just was sitting there being emo. Like I couldn't get out of my head. It was like so sad. And so I was like obsessed with Robin and specifically that one, Jason Todd. Aunt, you too? What's up? Good morning. Okay, 2 awesome streams this week. 2 like really cool ones. We had Sage on yesterday. Virtual season coming back, man. Virtual season coming back big, and the biggest launch coming up, and it's going to be a big one, is Sage. Sage is going to absolutely fucking cook. I highly recommend you go check out that stream and get an idea why. TLDR education built, created, whatever by AI. Online training materials. Look, this is going to make. Oh, fuck. I had a question I was going to ask him, and I didn't yesterday. I'm going to DM him. This is going to make like YouTube kind of content kind of obsolete, right? Like part of their video or part of their pitch is like, look, you go on YouTube and you look up a topic and a video is a year old or like 2 years old and it's out of date. Like it's helpful, but up to a point. But if you have like these like courses, and by the way, it's not like necessarily an algebra course, it could be, or chemistry or whatever. It's any topic. It could be a topic on like, how to use MetaMask and like pump your gas, right? But the thing is that video, if it's 2 years old, maybe it doesn't work the same. Maybe MetaMask is updated, so it's a little out of date. Well, because this is AI and it's like living, breathing in a way, it's always updated. It's always current. Blows my mind. Blows my fucking mind. This is going to disrupt education. It's going to disrupt content. What I meant to ask him is, will you have like videos and avatars and that kind of content too? If so, that's like incredible. But this is the biggest virtuals launch in a minute on Genesis. It is going to be the head of the educational ACP cluster. So cluster agents, this will be the lead one. And by the way, like the founder of this guy's the founder of like Juice Finance that was on Blast. So proven builders, great guys, doxed, product sounds amazing. That is going to absolutely rip. That's going to absolutely rip. Yeah, that's it. This is gonna change education, but has the potential to change education. That project's gonna do really well. So check out that stream. Good morning, Kong bro. And then one other stream this week was also fucking killer. Kosher Capital came on the stream. AI agents that trade for you, and they do really well. They have a really, really high batting average. They're doing well. They're winning trades. And as they grow and scale this thing, these agents are actually going to adjust their trading game plan too. If these make you money, I'm saying like I'm waiting for the thing that disrupts DeFi. AI is going to disrupt DeFi, not just like, oh, well, you could use this tool, might help you a little. No, there's going to be some stuff that comes out that changes trading. They got automated market makers. They got alpha insights. It's got tutorial stuff, right? Like this is going to change DeFi. Maybe it's not Kosher Capital, but it might be, right? Someone is going to change DeFi, and those guys are like right there at the bleeding edge of it. So definitely a good watch there too. All right, we'll get to Capy in a second. Let's take a look at the market. Spicy this week, dude. Spicy. I don't know. I wasn't expecting ETH to do what it did. Not complaining. Wasn't expecting it though. Here we go. Bitcoin right now, 117, almost 118, and we were back over 120 just a couple days, just 2 days, 3 days ago. But ETH was the story. ETH gets to what? 46? Did it get to 47? ETH got to 47.6. What were we like? $30 off all-time high? Where was all-time high? Back here. 48.15. Okay, so we were like 250-ish ballpark. Again, I don't know if I'm mathing right. Whatever. We were a couple hundred off all-time high, and that is coming. That is definitely coming. So that was cool as fuck. Again, wasn't expecting. We knew ETH was going to do that thing. We knew it. It's just obvious. But I wasn't sure it was right now. It is. Ripple 312, Solana 186. Good shit. Market looks great. Market looks great. And there's a lot coming. This is kind of falling off the radar here, but like, man, Genius Act was spicy, right? Did it move the needle much? No. Is it gonna? Yeah. But the next big domino to fall is the Clarity Act. And right, Congress goes on break, and so there was no vote on the Clarity Act yet. That's coming here in the next like 2-ish weeks. In fact, I'm gonna hit Grok real quick and ask when that's expected to pass. But here, let's see. By the way, Grok's got like a standalone app now too. You don't have to use it in X as a whole. Like it's got its own web app now. Love Grok. Rocky, good morning, man. Pretty sure we're gonna do a gummy here, or I haven't microdosed shrooms in a minute, a couple months. I think that might be this morning thing. Again, I think we're gonna go long. I think we're going long today. Also, I want to play King Gizzard. They're doing a festival out in Colorado. I got some buddies out there. Fuck, I wish I went. I wish I went 2 weeks ago, man. Their festival they're putting on though looks so fucking awesome. It's like a 3-day weekend fucking hippie fest. So fucking cool. Wish I was there. Oh, while this is loading, we have what do we have? We got an Arbus campaign going on for Swarm. If you guys know Arbus, InfoFi, AttentionFi, they are our first major integration with Wallet DNA. Gravity, good morning, dude. Gravity, I was thinking about you this morning, dude. Like, just hit me. Well, I was thinking, location, but I was like, you've switched time zones, so I'm like, we don't always get Gravity in the morning, and I miss it. And yeah, I don't know. That just is in my head a little, and it's good to see you, man. What's up, Dennis? Dennis, are you King Gizzard fan? They had the sweetest thing too. They had this special needs camp or something, and they had these kids like on stage with special needs, and they were jamming out a song. It was fucking awesome. So cool. That's what's up. That's what's up. So I'm talking about the Digital Asset Market Clarity Act of 2025. It passed the House, but we need this Senate vote. Rescheduled as of mid-August. Senate is aiming to debate and vote on the Clarity Act during its September session. Okay. They're back September 2nd, so it's not by September, but like let's say it's by the end of September, then we're expecting it. Dennis, fucking cool. Did you see that last night? Did you happen to see? I don't know how to search this video, but it was here. Field of Vision, epic show. I wish I could find that clip from last night. Maybe actually, can I find it? Let me see. Dude, it was beautiful. It was fucking beautiful. God, I want a trip today, dude. Like, I want a trip. Like I say a lot, I need it. Like, I do need a good trip. Fuck, I want a trip. All right, let me see. All right, one moment. Sorry, guys. I think I got it. Don't fucking laugh at it, you fuckers. I know so many. No, okay, I'm not going to look. It's going to take too long. It was beautiful, though. That was the point. Cutie, good morning. Mike, good morning. What's up? Sammy, who's saying Andrew, hang on. Big month, 48. Was able to get your 5-year-old to watch the old school Superman 1 and 2. Plus now watch all the Star Wars already on. Oh, dude, so cool on 6. That's fucking awesome. That's so cool. That's one of the things like I'm actually like proud of, that my son likes Star Wars. It's cool too. The younger generation likes the prequels more than the old ones, which I get. I get it. I love it. Yeah, fucking cool, man. And the old Supermans are great. Andrew, where do you rank the new Superman? Do you like the new Superman? I think it's so good. So good. All right, last market thing. All right, so vote for Clarity Act coming in September. Great. ETF inflows, like look, a week ago, record ETF inflows into ETH, guys, over $1 billion last Friday. And I think we had something like 3 billion in the past week. It's ridiculous. ETH is about to do the stupid thing. The stupid thing. It's coming. Again, obvious. Very obvious. There's Bitcoin. Let's see yesterday. Yeah, actually yesterday outflows 14.1 mil in outflows. But ETH. Betcha it's a different story over there. No, actually, wow, almost 60 mil in outflows yesterday. But look at the past week here. Look at that. Okay, the 11th. Oh, so it's actually Monday. On Monday, $1 billion in inflows in the ETH ETFs. That's an all-time high. That's an all-time high for the Ethereum ETFs. And then 500 mil, and then 700 mil, and then 600 something mil, like crazy. You got some silly money coming into ETH. And Solana, we just check so rarely, so worth the peak. 7 mil yesterday. Not bad. Not bad. All right, it's Capy time. We need. Oh, dude, I'll do this for Bobby. We need a Capy theme song. I'll use Suno. And I'll make a Capy theme song. Rad. But Capy had a big week. After what? Monday, this is happening a lot. Like out of nowhere, we kind of ripped to all-time high. So Capy, we saw all-time high Monday. We talked about it this past weekend. And it's a great looking chart right now. We need some volume. That's what's missing on Capy right now is volume. It will come. But Monday all-time high. Token hits almost 6 mil. Almost 6 mil. Barely, like just right there. And then dumps after it. Dumps. And the market was kind of doing that too. Like there's a lot of guys taking some profits in it nice and early. GG's, like good. Taking profits, but dumping this thing all the way down to under 2 mil. Should have bought. I should have fucking bought. I'm not liquid. I'm not stabled up much now. I'm pretty well tapped out, both paying for back to school shit and this little trip we took. And like, just, I'm pretty tapped out of like being liquid, which is not great. But dude, I wish I loaded up here. Cause again, for me, Capy, pretty obvious. There's so many big names, guys. Behind the scenes, I can tell you this. Behind the scenes, people are in this coin that aren't tweeting about it yet, but they're in it. There's a lot of speculation that Ansom's in it. Reason being is the WIF connection, right? The WIF guys are like they're like a gang, and the WIF guys respect the other WIF guys, especially the good guys. So Ansom, I think, sees the WIF guys in here, likes and respects it. I think Ansom's got a bag. And there's a couple other really big names who have a bag, have not pumped a tweet out there, and will. Like a lot of these guys wait till the token cooks more, and then they fire off their tweets. There's some accounts I've seen with 150,000 followers that have a bag of Capy, and you can tell their wallet address is public. And so Capy dips all the way down to what, 1.9. Nice bounce back over 5, and this is 3 days ago. This is on Wednesday. So rips to 5.5, and then does what it does. People sell it off. Little pullback down to 2.5, and then rips again to another new all-time high, 6.2 mil. Incredible. Again, we're missing volume. We're getting big conviction buys. And when you sort through the buys and you see the dollar amounts, there's people buying like $10,000, $15,000 worth. Like there's some guys making big conviction plays here. The The meta or the narrative makes sense. It's a capybara. There is no great capybara coin. And there's a lot of PvP in Capy, right? The other ones have all been scammers. You don't have one run by a good guy who's not going to dump, who's made his million. Like that doesn't exist out there except right here. It's gonna be spicy. Haven't seen it yet. Can't wait. By the way, Andrew, it's out on digital as of yesterday. It's out. It's so good. I think you'll love it. If you like the old Superman movies, it's very much that kind of feel, but like more comic booky. I think you'll love it, dude. Yeah, it's out as of yesterday. It's out now. They ran it quick. It was only in the theater for, I think, 35 days. It's crazy. And I back to, I mean, just real quick on Superman. I've read comics my whole life, and I go in phases. I'll go years of not touching a comic book, but I've always got my collection, in the closet. I've never like loved Superman. I love the Superman movies. I love Superman as just like being like such a cool superhero, but I never like loved Superman. I never like got attached to the character. Like when I was a kid, it was like the art that drew me in, but I never like it as a Superman story that I thought was awesome. And like, I'll say this, I don't think I ever understood Superman and his wrestling with, like, really wrestling with his humanity. I don't think I ever understood that. And literally this Superman movie made me fall in love with Superman. Again, crazy because I've always been a fan. I've always collected, but I never had like a Superman story that like, I'm like, oh my God, I get this guy. Never. The movie did that. And it's why I bought those comics, because now I want to read what inspired the movie. And I love Superman in a different way now. And it's because of that movie. It's because of James Gunn, which is so cool. All right. So Capy rips to, let's say 6.2, 6.3 mil. People taking profits. You're going to regret that. Some of those guys are going to regret it. Some of those guys buying back in, I'm sure. But it's having trouble maintaining that much higher price. It will. It's with volume. Cosmos GM, man. But as soon as we fall to what, 3 mil, we didn't even drop. I was hoping we'd fall back to 2 and I was going to load up. Didn't get there. 3 mil and boom, right back up to damn near 6. And so I just expect the same thing to play out. Like we're still here. I still expect we kind of bleed out, pull back to around 3. It might not happen. I'm not risking it. I'm not going to sell because I'm pretty sure what's going to happen is another one of those candles comes and pushes us up to 6.5 or 7. And then there's going to be a point of no return on this coin. That I'm sure. That I feel really confident. We're going to hit a point where it pumps to 7. That pullback to 3 never happens again. That pullback instead is, 4, 4.5. That's where we live, right? I don't want to play this game right now. It feels like Russian roulette. Yes, I could take some profits. Yeah. I don't want to be out. I believe in this coin now. I really fucking believe in this coin now. Again, the game plan is dog go to the moon. It's the same thing. It's just a simple capybara. Who doesn't love it? And when you know the team's not going to rug, who wouldn't bet on that? So, I believe. Now, I believe, let me see. Do I have Moonshot? I think Capy got a Moonshot listing. Anybody can confirm that? Like, does anybody here use Moonshot? Moonshot. Let me peek here. I think. Yeah, let me install. I'm pretty sure Capy got a Moonshot listing. And what I think is so interesting is I think that, might be wrong here, but I think that Moonshot listing happened after this. I could be wrong. Maybe it happened right there. But normally a Moonshot listing sends you. And I think it's not always great because like Fuckcoin fucking sent to 16 mil, 17 mil, and then just dumps. I don't know. I don't always think Moonshot's the best other than if you're looking for an exit and you're looking for that gigapump. Well, it happens with Moonshot and Capy didn't get it. And I think that's super, super bullish. I think it's super bullish that you had it happen and you didn't have a big old dump from it. All right, let me peek at Moonshot. Hey, John, dude, thank you very much, man. Oh, well, I got to register for Moonshot. All right, never mind. If anybody has Moonshot installed, do you mind checking if Capy's listed? I think it is. Unless I misread something, but I think it is. Gigabullish. That just means, look, when this coin really gets out there and the algo picks it up, and it's starting to, by the way, they've got some like pretty spicy posts now. When the algo picks it up and people see the ticker and it doesn't go away, they just keep seeing more and more content. And then again, you start hearing about the team. And then especially when a Jakey tweets about it, if he does, right? Or what's the other dude? There's the Gake, big bag holder. I don't think has tweeted about it. When you get the big names that start tweeting, and you got a moonshot listing, and people see it didn't have that absolute fucking gigapump. It didn't do that yet. There's some money coming in here. I really think that's happening. And man, this is a point I need to be in. I need to be in. There you go. Zero tweeting about it. Zero's got some motion. Zero's got some motion. He's tweeted about it a few times, by the way. But there was a bigger tweet too. Let me see if I can find it. There was a way bigger tweet. I think it's an account with like a few 100,000 followers. Also, I'm going to put something. Oh, Gake did tweet. I don't think he put the ticker though. There. And he's got bags. He's got his bags packed. Here's Gake. Again, if you're not in the trenches and shit, you might not know the name. I didn't know the name. I'm not really in the trenches, so makes sense. But Gake with 136,000 followers. There are dog coins and cat coins, and then there is a Capy coin. Man, there is going to be a push for Capy coin, and it hasn't happened yet. Hasn't happened yet. Now, the tweet I'm thinking about is actually different than that, and it's also from a big account. So the big accounts are starting to tease. But at some point, the big accounts are going to start shilling, and there's some big ones, again, holding that haven't tweeted yet. And I think Ansem holds, and I'm pretty sure Jake holds, right? Soul Jakey or whatever. We might have some tweets coming. Wouldn't bet on it, but that's part of the gamble, right? It's part of the gamble. No, fuck it. I would bet on it. That's what I'm betting on. Do they do it? Don't know, but I'm betting that they do. It's part of the gamble. And so I'm not selling. I'm not selling. I'm boarded a new crypto degen. My son's friend getting into crypto this week. I told this a couple times this week, but my son is a friend, 18-year-old kid wants to get into crypto, and he's in Capy now. He's up now, which is awesome. It's a great way to start, right? And it was so cool. I pointed him to Thread Guy stream because that's who you watch. If you're 18, you watch Thread Guy. That's where you get your alpha from. That's how you learn this space. You're not going to learn it from me. Like, I'm here to help this guy too. Anything he wants, any questions, whatever. I'm here to help. But I don't speak that language. I don't, I'm not fucking cool. So I'm probably hard to watch if you're younger, right? Thread Guy's different. Thread Guy's fucking cool. So I put him on Thread Guy. And beautiful thing, Thread Guy's talking about really fucking cool stuff this week. Thread Guy's talking some crazy meme coin shit. He had everything empty from virtuals on the show. Awesome. So now this young dude gets a little exposure to virtuals. Awesome. Thread Guy has somebody on who's shilling V1 Punks. V1 Punks cooked this week. I'm going to talk about V1s again. He's the total right place for those young guys to go. Go to Thread Guy. Awesome. By the way, the Alani's, this thing is so fucking delicious. Caramel apple. It's so good. Holy fuck, it's so good. It's so good. So we keep our eyes on Capy. Capy probably pulls back to 3. It might not, though. It might not. I am looking to get liquid somewhere. My bag needs to be much bigger. 10 mil, I think, is coming, and I think 10 mil is easy. Where I start wondering, and this is the hopium scenario, but where I start wondering is, can it get to 20? Can it get to 30? Can it get to 50? And all those I can say, yeah, I think it can. I can see that scenario where it can. Again, if this community pushes this like dog go to the moon, if they can push that narrative, that meta, wholesome, non-ruggers, people know them, good reputation, it can work. And especially if they can start getting some killer content. They are starting to up the content game, like really are starting to. They've got some really good content, but it's not like it's missing that thing. It's missing that thing. It's missing that like little edge to it. Oh, by the way, who's ever seen a Capy penis? Anybody? Anybody ever seen a Capy dick? I swear to God, I got to show you. I got to show you. Holy shit. Look away for a minute if you don't want to see. Will this flag me or get my account something? I'm showing you all Capy dick. Hang on. I'll give you the heads up when you can stop looking, but we're looking at Capy dicks. Have you ever seen it? I bet you most of you have not. Oh man, is it something wild? Like the little things that the party things you blow when they like unravel, like the and it unravel that thing. I swear to God. Okay, get ready. Wait. Okay, you guys ready? Here's your warning. If you don't want to see it, look away. All right. Otherwise, it's Capy dick time. And I also learned that anteaters have a 4-headed dick. What the fuck? All right, here we go. What? That's a Capy dick, dude. What a beautiful thing. Anyway, that's what they should be. I mean, look, if they want to do something a little funnier, like edgier, like meme the Capy dick. Yeah, Rod. No, you ain't wrong. Dude, who knew? Who fucking knew? All right, so check it. If you ever see, let me find this. Where's communities? Check this out. Okay, now I think what we have to do. Damn, did they remove this post? All right. If you ever see this meme I'm going to show you, you'll get it now. Hang on. If you ever see, is it here? There you go. That needs to be the Capy meme. That. If Bobby ever wants to take this like a little further, like, it's fucking funny, dude. Right? You ever see that meme? That's, now you get it. Now you fucking get it. So I had posted that on a Capy, thread, and I guarantee nobody understood it. now some of you guys know. It's so awesome. Nature, what a beautiful thing. Anyway, Capy. Fucking love it. Okay. Cycle's over, by the way. We were talking about that again. Cycle's over. Absolutely fucking done with. Kinda. This is cool. Not really cycly, but this is cool. Oh, kind of cycling. Having rallies, right? This is Pantera Capital. 2022 Bitcoin model predicted 117K Bitcoin for August 11th, 2025. We basically were there. 1% off the actual price that day. Pretty cool. Doesn't mean shit, but pretty cool. But this caught my attention. Like, again, we've talked about this, a bit. Is the cycle over? Are there cycles anymore? And I don't mean is the cycle over, but is the cycle, are we coming to the end of it? And, like October, November this year, maybe early next year. And I am arguing that I think there are no cycles now. There are cycles, but again, we don't have to get deep, but it's different. Adam Beck. Reminder, last halving cycle top was near March 2024. Halving cycles. Cycle started May 2020. Okay, this cycle started April 2024. There were earlier tops, April 2021, and now November 2021. Cycle end estimate now for him, going by halving cycles, is March 2028. So for cycle top calls, Q4 2027 or Q1 2028 is the 4-year interval from prior cycle top. Doesn't that feel a little more like, I don't know, just what it feels like? I can't make it, I can't feel the logical thing that a cycle is going to end in, November, or at least that's the top. Doesn't mean it's over, but the top. I don't feel that coming up this fall. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like there's so much energy still built up behind us and that we've not felt the push yet. And it doesn't feel like when that push comes, it's, just in the next few months and then done. It doesn't feel like that. It feels to me like what's coming is going to push us a year or two. And it lines up more with what Adam's saying. Some argue that the top that counted was November 2021. Again, he's talking like cycle top. And that 4-year interval for us would be November 25. Yes. 3 months from now. He's saying what we're saying. Does it feel like the bull market will fade in 3 months? No. Except for a black swan event, right? Yeah, that could do it. That could happen. And in fact, I almost thought we got it this past week. I almost thought it happened here. For a couple reasons. 2 big things happened, and I'm like, oh, well, that's really fucking bad. Yeah, who knows? Personally, I don't think so. Dips aside, I expect some more all-time highs later. Yeah. Again, real obvious, but yeah. But what if this is not even a 2026 thing? What if it's 27, 28? Could be. I'm going to lean that way because that's what it feels like to me. That's what makes more sense. OSF talking cycles too. I want to hear this. I played 10 seconds and then was like, nah, I want to hear this live with you guys. All right, let's check it.
I no longer believe in the 4-year cycle. And I think we're entering a period where we will have like a very prolonged market rally. We may, you may have different levels of performance, but I think it's not just crypto. I think it's stocks. But, with crypto, you've had this like 4-year cycle. But now look, you have ETFs, you have digital asset treasury funds, you now have 401ks, which can have crypto in it. Like crypto's is now basically now like a completely approved asset class, and in an asset where the significant majority of both individuals and institutions are underexposed, and that's going to change a lot over the next few years. So I don't believe that we're going to see this 4-year cycle type thing unless like.
Does he have a chest tattoo? Is that a tattoo?
The macro markets, shit hits the fan, then yeah, sure, that crypto will trade at a high beta to it. But I think my view is we're going to continue to see a prolonged rally over the rest of this decade in crypto, also in risk assets. I'm pretty bullish.
How about that? OSF, who's excellent, thinks we have a prolonged rally over the rest of the decade. So no, cycle top not in November or Q1 2026. Potentially, right? We're talking about years still of, God, I don't want to say up only. I'm not, I don't believe up only, but if you zoom out enough, right? Like it's going to look like up only. We will have some pullbacks. We will have some scary shit happen, but I think he's right. I feel like he's right. A lot of this is feels. It's just vibes here. With me, it's vibes. Nothing technical. Feels like years of mostly up. Fuck. Can you say up only and just assume that means you get some pretty big pullbacks during that too? It's fair, Andrew. Fair. Keep us in check here. It's fair. By the way, I want to throw something on the radar real quick because I know people multitask listening and also just kind of digging around out there. I want to put Modest on the radar real quick, and we're going to come back and talk some art that I'm looking at that I think is going to be really fucking awesome. We've been talking about Modest for a few months here, right? And saying he's the biggest up-and-coming artist. If you have a chance to mint anything Modest, you must mint. You have to. You must mint Modest. He is a big fucking deal. Raoul Pal, buying Modest artwork and promoting and whatever. He's the next major artist that's coming. He is on this trajectory that puts him, I think, if he keeps doing what he's doing, is going to put him in that realm of like ACK, right? Like that, like big fucking deal. Like, I'm not going to say X Copy level. I'm not going to say Sam Spratt, Beeple, Rafik. I'm not saying anything like that, but I'm definitely saying like ACK is that next level down and he's big. And I think Modest is heading that way. He's got a collection minting here on Monday, could change. And whatever you can do to get in, you should get in. You should definitely get in. you should definitely try to get in. Now he's expanded this collection. It was going to be like a 4,000 edition collection, something like that. And there's been a lot of demand. He's bumping it up to 6,900. Oh, let me save the details, but just know that I'm going to come back to this after a little more market talk, and we'll chat. But like your quick teaser on this is it's going to work sort of like Max Payne from Capy, minting NFTs that you can then like redeem, burn for artwork, and with him other stuff. This is super interesting. And again, I would not miss a modest mint. If you have the chance to mint, you must, and you should mint multiple. He's going to be fucking huge. And already is kind of there. So anyway, there's a little tease. We're going to talk some art because there's been some big art mints this week, but modest mint coming Monday. Whatever you can do to get in, and there are some whitelists floating around out there, you must get in. Yeah, dude. So this cycle's fucking over. As in the cycles are over. They're done, man. To me, it makes sense, and even different from talking about the .com shit, because like it's a new asset class. Right? I look at all these digital securities, it's new asset classes. It's a new asset, like on a broad scale, like new asset class. And now you have it broken down into sectors. And these sectors will trade in their own cycles. But boy, oh boy, I think most of that money that would typically be in these different sectors already is not in. They didn't have the green light to go in. The Clarity Act gives them the green light to get in. That's what's going to determine who's regulating crypto and what cryptos need to be regulated and how you're going to report on them. And until that happens, that money's not coming in, but that's coming here in a month. It could be 4 weeks off and it's a done deal and signed into law. And then all of a sudden, man, fucking an absurd amount of money. And it's absurd amount of money comes in. Not our bags. Maybe not most likely not our bags, but it's coming in. And like I always say, if you've got trillions of dollars coming in, and that's what it means, trillions coming in, but you've got billions coming into, some of the markets we are exposed to. And what I always say is, okay, it's the people that are coming. If I believe my wife's going to have stable coins soon, and within a couple months, I think she'll have stable coins. I think in our bank account, we'll have an option to swap our dollars for stable coins. And I think your bank is going to be able to custody crypto. You can probably hold some Bitcoin, right? Like, I think that kind of stuff is coming, maybe not yet. But basically, I think my wife's going to have stable coins, and you're going to earn 4% yield on it. You're going to earn way more than if you just park it in your savings account. And I just know with some people, it's going to get them curious about crypto. Some people, small percent. That's what I always say. A small percent of the people who come in via just stable coins are going to get really interested in learning. And some of them are going to find their way here into the trenches, into collectibles, into AI. I think especially AI is going to see, if you're trying to feel out what's going to balloon up more than other sectors, I think the AI stuff has got some big potential. Normies who come in via stable coins, who go to explore, and they're like, I can invest in AI companies. There's AI crypto. Like, they look at it like stocks. I think virtual stuff is super appealing right now, like super appealing. I don't disagree with you there. No, there is something about cash. There's something about it. Okay, Black Swan changes the plans. And I did think we had I think we had a little taste of what that can look like. Like very, very, like briefly, we had two things. One, let me bookmark this. Oh, I got it. Okay. One, we heard this week that the Google Play Store is going to ban crypto wallets that are not like licensed, some shit like that. Google Play Store introduces a policy that requires software wallets to obtain a license before publishing crypto wallets to its app store. That included the EU and the United States. Dude, no, it's not. And also, yes, it's kind of the beauty of the blockchain. It takes a lot. It would take a huge fucking force and effort to hack Bitcoin, and it hasn't been done yet. And if it were possible, someone like North Korea would have done it. They've tried, right? Hack proof, it's as hack proof as you could get. The fact that nobody's been able to, it hasn't been done. But yeah, the big problem is like quantum computing. But quantum computing will crack seed phrases. It will. But the solution to that is quantum quantum proofing it. The quantum is the problem. Quantum is the solution. Whatever. No, Bitcoin's as safe as anything. If we're at the point where Bitcoin is, there's a big risk of being compromised. The thing that would compromise Bitcoin would compromise your local banks too, or whatever, right? Like everything is at risk. So it's not Bitcoin riskier than anything else there. It's everything is going to be at risk. I think you could safely say you can't say it's hack proof, but it's very, very secure, very secure. And it's why so many people are willing to bet so much money now, because they also believe it's very secure. Okay. Anyway, I saw that news. I'm like, fuck, dude, here we go again. Like, where did this come from? I thought the environment changed and we're very like pro crypto and no worries. And that's suddenly wasn't the case. I'm like, shit. All right. That's the kind of thing that could hurt us if that got some traction. But it didn't. There was so much backlash. They rolled it back. They rolled it back really quickly too, within like a day. Oh, this is not the tweet. I bookmarked the wrong tweet, but just know they rolled it back already. They're like, no, okay, our bad. Oh, here we go. Here's the tweet. There we go. Google plans to drop ban. So, over. All good. We're safe. But like, dude, that happens. And then there's another story. And this one I think was maybe a bigger deal. And again, I start thinking Black Swan-ish. Which is, guys, I don't know if you saw, but like Bo Hines left the Trump administration like a week ago. He's like one of the top guys in the crypto council, right? Not the crypto czar, but like working right alongside of him. Like, I'm trying to remember his position too, but he was like, Bo Hines was there as like the crypto dude. There you go. You're right. You're right. It's quantum computing has it can destroy absolutely fucking everything in the digital space. Can, and it will if we don't protect against it. And that's 5 years off. It's within like 5 years. It's a big problem. And I've got peace of mind knowing that the experts say it's quantum computing that also fixes it. We will quantum proof stuff using quantum computing. So whatever. I don't know enough about it to speak on if we should believe them or not, but for now I will. The next event that happened that I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, fuck. So Bo Hines leaves the Trump administration. I'm like, that's weird. Like, that's kind of weird. Okay, either for him, mission accomplished, right? They got the crypto report out 2 weeks back, and maybe things were set up behind the scenes, like he did his job. Now he's out. Well, I wasn't sure. But then we had Scott Bessent come out like 2 days ago and say, hey, by the way, U.S. government, we're not going to be buying Bitcoin. It's not happening. Carbon, dude, yes. And so that's the risk too. A blockchain that has 51% of like their nodes taken over is the risk. And there was an attack on Monero. Yeah, there's the risk. So anyway, Scott Bessent saying we're not buying Bitcoin. All of a sudden, it's like, whoa. You said strategic Bitcoin reserve, and that we're going to be buying Bitcoin, and then all of a sudden we're not. That starts getting me feeling a kind of way like we got played. And with Trump, you got to expect you're going to get played. And so I'm like, they fucking did it again. So that actually scared the shit out of me, man. And I don't know if that actually like hurt the market. I wasn't really paying attention. I don't know. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. But that was fucking scary for a minute, man. But yeah, let me find here because Cynthia Loomis had some tweets about this too. In the end, it's actually totally fine. Totally fine. Because I think there's something interesting coming here, and it has to do with gold. Let's see if I can find the exact tweet here. Because what they might be doing instead is pretty spicy. And I'll do my best to explain what I think it means. I would not take my word as like gospel on it because I don't know. Actually, let's use Grok for this too. But long story short, what they said is, okay, guys, we're not going to fix our debt problem by spending more. We're not going to fix it. We're not going to fix it if we go spend billions on Bitcoin. Like, in a way, it probably does help, but that, like, the fix is not spending more. Instead, we keep what we have. We don't sell, but we do need to acquire Bitcoin. We just can't go out and buy it. So part of it is what? It's keeping forfeited money that the government has already seized, and not selling it. Part of us acquiring Bitcoin is that. And we already have some. Even though we got a report like a month back saying we have a lot less than we thought, there might be other agencies still holding that makes up the difference, but we have a lot less than we thought. We're holding what, 15 to 20 billion dollars worth. But way, way less. Again, yeah, this was kind of freaky to me this week. Again, we talked black swans. Yikes. Yeah, that was where I went. I'm like, fuck, dude. Where's our strategic reserve then? Polo, good morning, man. Over on Abstract GMs. Kind of scary. But then we saw a tweet from Cynthia Loomis, and I'm like, oh fuck, I see where we're going. Here it is. Okay, hang on. This is exciting. Scott Besson is right. A budget-neutral path to building a strategic Bitcoin reserve is the way. We cannot save our country from $37 trillion in debt by purchasing more. We can revalue gold reserves to today's prices and transfer the increase in value to build strategic Bitcoin reserve. Interesting. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know how you do it. I don't know what kind of numbers we're talking about. I don't know. Stitch, good morning, dude. But revaluing gold to what? I don't understand. I've heard of this before. I don't understand what that means and looks like, but revaluing gold and taking that excess and using that to buy Bitcoin. So it's not us out of pocket. It's us inventing more money. Good, bad, I don't know. But inventing more money and spending that on Bitcoin. That is coming. And I wonder if that's already part of the Bitcoin Act. It could be. Let's see if we can find that out. Hey, where's our grok? So I think, the swing of being like fucking that swing of feeling like, oh fuck, we got played, to maybe not bad. Maybe this is part of the plan here. All right, let's see here. Dude, this is where nobody knows, right? If Bitcoin's ever compromised, what happens to the price of Bitcoin? You could argue as close to zero as you could imagine, right? But who knows? Who knows? I think it's more likely that it never is compromised. Again, you got to imagine, again, like North Korea, that's all they're doing is trying to compromise Bitcoin. If they could, they would, and they can't. But yeah, this flip from like, fuck. I didn't think there's no strategic Bitcoin reserve, but we were going to buy, what was it, like 100,000 Bitcoin a year for the next 5 years. Something like that was the plan. So to go from that to like, we're not buying Bitcoin, it was, again, holy shit. But if we're going to sell gold, revalue gold and sell it. Here we go. The Bitcoin Act of 2025 includes a provision that effectively uses gold reserves to help fund the acquisition of Bitcoin by revaluing gold certificates held by the Federal Reserve banks to their current market value, remitting the difference to the U.S. Treasury's general fund. Okay, so it is in the bill. Again, all of this has been out there. Like, they've been telegraphing their game plan the entire way. That would happen no later than 180 days. This is why this cycle might last so much longer. Bitcoin Act, I don't even think it's been voted on yet. I have no idea where they're at in the process, but very early in the process. So we have what? 6 months after that bill passes, whenever the fuck that is, to actually do this, revalue gold, acquire Bitcoin. This thing is going to go on for a while, guys. It's going to take time for the Genius Act and the Clarity Act for things to actually happen, tangible things to happen after they pass. We're talking months. We were talking maybe a year. And the same thing's going to happen with the Bitcoin reserve. This could all be 3 years out, guys. We could have years of really fucking a really, really awesome market here. We could, and it makes sense. I would like to know, like, how do we revalue it? What kind of prices? Well, fuck. Again, we ask Grok. All right, let's see here. Eagle Eye, good morning, dude. Dude, I'm telling you, I'm the most bullish dude out there across the board on basically everything, right? And I think I'm not even bullish enough. Yeah. Bitcoin's going to $1 million. Do we believe that? Does everybody here believe Bitcoin's going to $1 million? I think everybody believes it. And yet the path to $1 million, I just think people don't really appreciate what that's going to look like. Like Bitcoin's going to $1 million, and all along the way, just different things are just popping off and cooking, and different sectors up and down and whatever. But it's just like frothy in so many places on that ascent to $1 million, and it's coming. I think a lot of us are on that like believe $1 million Bitcoin in 5 years. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. All right, revaluing gold in the context of the U.S. government policy. Updating the official valuation of the national gold reserves from a fixed statutory price, currently $42.22 per ounce, unchanged since 1973, to the current market price. What is the current market price? 42. Oh, so this happened once before. It went from 20 something to 35. And we got about 2.8 billion in profits. The equivalent of that today is 60 bill. So right now valued at 42.22, which is about 50 years out of date. So what is the new price? And how many billions are we talking about? Okay. Official book value 42.22. Oh, market price is 3,353 per ounce. Is that what they're trying to revalue it to? Which means the U.S. government, if they pull this off, and this is very loose, right? Are we talking about the U.S. government having $866 billion to work with to potentially buy Bitcoin? Are you kidding? We're talking closer to $1 trillion used to buy Bitcoin. What? I guess the gold reserves would need to be market to market, meaning around 3. Dude, holy shit. Okay. It's starting to click, right? Starting to click. Starting to realize why we should be so bullish here. We go from we're not buying Bitcoin to, we're going to buy $1 trillion worth of Bitcoin. What? Holy shit, guys. I don't think they're going to revalue gold. Besson said they're going to keep the same. I think it's the opposite. I mean, Carbon, it's in the Bitcoin Act, which Besson supports. Holy shit. I was telling my family. And we're talking ordinals today too, by the way. 1 sat equals 1 cent. As I sit here and think about which ordinals collection is going to be the one that gets to 1 Bitcoin, 2 Bitcoin, 3 Bitcoin floor, I really am coming around to the idea that it's the cents collection that does that. It could be that one. I can see it. Small chance of it. Small chance in general that, one of those collections even get to a 1 or 2 or 3 Bitcoin floor, right? I don't think it's a small chance. I think it's like decent. I would say like a 10% chance, maybe 15, maybe 20. I don't know. There's a pretty good chance that one of those collections, many of those collections, like a few of them, get to a 1 Bitcoin floor or 2 or 3 or whatever. And I really am coming around to the idea that it's cents. It's just perfect. It's different. Like if you want to say like there's only one CryptoPunk, you're not going to have another CryptoPunks while we're trying to find the CryptoPunks of Bitcoin. Well, what if it's not a PFP? What if it's a thing that literally is a commentary on Bitcoin? It's so perfect. It's a commentary on the value of the US dollar versus Bitcoin versus a sat. It's such a perfect collection. It wouldn't shock me at all. I would be surprised. I say this a lot. I'd be surprised, but not shocked. I'd be surprised if the NFT collection hits one Bitcoin floor. I wouldn't be shocked at all if it happened, though. I mean, dude, I'm with you there. Since that's always been my prediction, since the 0.1. I think higher than that, though, now. I think higher. In fact, okay, if Node Monks get to one Bitcoin floor, if Taproot Wizards get to one, I think cents get to half. I think cents are your best bet on Bitcoin right now. Interesting. All right, Carbon, I'll do some digging. Well, let's even ask here. Let's see. Everybody's striving to hold one Bitcoin, but in my opinion, just stack as many sats as you can. The one Bitcoin is cool, but yes, love it, join it. We will start revaluing things or repricing in sats. We have to. So few people are going to have one Bitcoin. It's going to be such a flex. Higher, bro. I'm with you, Ship. Sense is so great. Gravity, I like the take, by the way. I'm going here actually, no, I like 75% chance to get to 0.2, 50% chance. I like that, Gravity. I like that. I'm there. I like that a lot. I think we're actually exact same page. I think like a 10% chance to get to 1. Maybe a 5% chance to get to 1. But I don't think that's bad odds, especially in again, that frothy market, the euphoric market. It's so much easier. Those odds go way up then because people just get so spendy. It depends if we get stimuluses along the way and just the market matters. But I'm with you here. I do think 99% chance a cent goes to 0.1. I just think that's such an easy bet. Again, I'm with you here. I like it a lot. 75% to 0.2, 50% to 0.5. It's like the only thing that matters, right? Because all these prices are ridiculous. They're nonsense. They don't make any sense. But in the market, the euphoric part of the market, that's the only thing that matters. When you're feeling, again, I get stuck in this trap. When I feel like I have money coming in, I spend money. And I will spend it kind of recklessly. And I'll spend stuff that a higher price than I would have all the time. If you are making money in crypto and you believe that there's still more coming and more coming and more coming and the bigger part's still coming, you start spending more than you should. And that's where people go and spend on a cent. And they don't spend 0.1 and they don't spend 0.2 and they don't spend 0.5. They start spending a 1 because you're not thinking right. You're like, this isn't going to stop. This can go from 1 Bitcoin to 1.5 Bitcoin, or this can go to 2 Bitcoin. Like, it's a silly game and it happens. Yep, there. Satoshi's wallet maybe is all lost. There's the thought is about 15% of the supply is gone, right? Gone. Yeah, I like it, Gravity. When I win on Capy big, and I'll sell at some point. I hope to be able to roll that into quite a few more cents. I only have 1 right now. I would like to be holding like 10 of them. I had at my most, I think I had like 4 or 5. I wish I held them. It's one of those things, again, sucks. I got to sell stuff to keep the lights on and had to sell those. One of those few things that remain liquid even in a slower market. That's a sign. Scott Besant supports the strategic Bitcoin reserve. Let's see. Besant has not explicitly endorsed the Bitcoin Act. Specifically on revaluing gold, Besant does not support it. Dude, Carbon, thank you for that, dude. You're right. You're totally right. He does not support it. He described gold revaluation as unlikely and stated, I doubt we're going to revalue it, but we're going to keep it there as a store of value for the American people. Interesting. All right. Again, Carbon, thank you. By the way, guys, please keep me in check. If I say something that's bullshit, put it out there. Call me out on bullshit. Like, we only do this together. We only know what's going on together by us sharing what we know and what we don't know. And if somebody's saying something that ain't right, put it out there. Tell them they're wrong. Exactly right, man. Exactly right. It's a great point too, man, Carbon. It's not necessarily, it's not price goes up. In fact, this is such a key point. Carbon is so good. Bitcoin price go up, awesome. But the reason it goes up is because the dollar go down. It's such a wild thing. Bitcoin retains its value. Oh my God, I can't wait to read my comics. Good Lord, I can't wait. By the way, just random too. That Switch was one of my best purchases in a long time. And I am going to go get the, thanks to Marty, I'm going to get those Meta glasses. I bet you in the next 4 weeks, let's extend it a little. I need to make some money. In the next 8 weeks, you're going to see me rocking those Ray-Ban Meta glasses. I'm going to get a pair. They look so stupid. On me, they look stupid. I went on the site and I did the AR thing where it shows you, you put your face and you can see them on you. I look fucking retarded with those things. Like even more retarded. Holy fuck. We'll see Bitcoin under 100K again. Yeah. You weren't asking me, but yeah, I'll chime in. Yeah. We'll see Bitcoin under 100K again. I love this dude, by the way. Somebody found my post. I post very bullish shit, and I believe it. Everything I posted back here, I still believe. I still believe. I made a post. You remember probably, about those collections, those very specific collections going to a 1, 2, 3 Bitcoin floor. I still believe it, man. Boy, do I believe it. I really, really believe it. 3 to 5 for Taproot Wizards, 2 Bitcoin. Somebody gave me shit for this too, like a big account did, which is great. Because I'm not talking about right now. This is not happening now. It's not happening this cycle. It's not. This is happening in 5 years. This is a 5 to 10 year thing. 3 to 5 for Taproot Wizards, 2 Bitcoin, Quantum Cats, Node Monks, OMB Puppets, 0.15 to 0.25 Bitcoin for Floriform, Sense, Honey Badgers, Based Angels. I stand by this, all of it, except I put Sense up in this category with Quantum Cats. And I might put Sense all the way at the top and say Sense are the one that is the highest in the end. It's too perfect. It's too perfect. The narrative is too perfect. It is the perfect CryptoPunks of Bitcoin collection. It's the perfect one. And I still think that there's something to like that all of these can hit that multiple Bitcoin floor because there's so few. 30,000 NFTs between this. Now, you add in Sense and you're up to 40,000. It's different. I could see Sense being that collection. I really could see it. And more, I'm going to keep my eyes on it. And I'm going to pay, I'm watching it closely. I think Sense, it would make sense if Sense is that. A PFP is what everybody expects. You go for the unexpected. If it makes sense, if you can make a logical case for it, I can with Sense big time. It just, to me, it's like one of these, I don't want to say it's an obvious thing because it's not. Nothing is obviously going to one Bitcoin floor, but Sense narrative makes sense. And it is an obvious thesis. And it's a piece of art, and art just is valued differently. And so this pulls from the art crowd, art community, art cabal, and it pulls from the Bitcoin purists. This, a Bitcoiner who doesn't like NFTs, doesn't like ordinals, may be willing to bet on a Sense more than he's willing to bet on a Quantum Cat or Taproot Wizard, right? That would make sense to me. Again, betting on a thing that's commentary on this. I mean, what's his name? Hang on. Who's our resident Bitcoin fudder? What the fuck is his name? God damn, dude. Brain is mush. Dude, he released an ordinals collection, gold. The gold things. Let me see. Hang on. That's a good bet, man. Sense and Monks are grails. Yep. They are. There we go. Thank you. Yep. There you go. Schiff has an ordinals collection, right? Am I remembering right? He's got an ordinals collection that's gold. I'm trying to remember the name of his collection. So he gets it. It's called Moon. Okay. Is it something Moon? He gets it. He doesn't really like Bitcoin. I don't know that he loves ordinals, but he understood preserving some kind of like message or commentary or whatever. Like, I think non-Bitcoiners or pure Bitcoiners, it's really both, would understand the value of a cent more than a lot of other things, man. Cents might be the one. By the way, we're going to peak at 2048. I've not did not dive into the collection yet. I'm bullish on Harto, big time. How big is this collection? Dude, this is only 2,000 editions. Are they all minted? Dude, if these are all minted, I want one. I don't think I have any Bitcoin, but I want one. If that's a 2K edition collection, holy fuck. Well, yeah, I guess it's 2,048 editions. Yeah. If that's not going to grow, I would bet on that. Anyway, Sense, I would watch him. I would watch him. It should not shock you if Sense becomes the top collection on Bitcoin. It is perfect. It is about the most perfect collection on Bitcoin. More than a wizard, more than a node monk, more than a it's the most perfect collection. Puppets might be right behind him because puppets are like just fucking culture. I just don't think that puppets speak to like the Bitcoiners. Sense do. God damn it, dude. Sometimes I can talk about this shit and I just make myself more bullish while we're talking. God, Sense makes so much sense, dude. What are they at now? 1,600, 13, dude, 13. Dude, I think you're looking at a play that retires you potentially. I think you're looking at a play that maybe retires you. If you spend $100,000 on this, I think you make millions. If you spend, I'm just trying to even do some rough numbers. If you spend $10,000 on Sense, I think you make $1 million. No, hang on. Am I mathing right? I think these got an obvious, very easy 10x. Yeah, 10. But really, I'm starting to. What we're talking about is the potential for 100x. I think you could turn $10,000 into $1 million. I really do believe that. I believe it. I believe you could. That's that like 5-10% chance. I would play those odds if I were sitting here on a big old pile of money in crypto and whatever. I would make that bet. I would make a $10,000 bet on Sense. I would. Holy shit, dude, I would. I wish I had it. Fuck. Get myself film. I hope I make a big old bag on Capy and I'll roll this into this. Are you asking if this is new, the Sense collection? You might be talking to Jerdy here. I'm not sure. Anyway, these are so good. I regret selling any of them. Had to. Like, no regrets because had to, but I wish I had all 4 or 5 or whatever it was. I got the one. I'm not letting it go. My like leaning on the safer end top prediction kind of part. Like, I'm not going to go 1, even though I think it get to 1, but I do think these get to like a quarter or a half Bitcoin. And I don't want to sell it right now. That would be fun, actually. I would like to. Dude, I should start putting some of my bets on some of these prediction markets. That would be fun. But I cannot sell this here for 0.01 because I do think this cycle, these get to 0.1. Nice bags. Nice. Yeah, I think you're doing good. You'll laugh if you see mine. Mine's fuck, coin, and Capy. That's my bags. Sense. It's crazy. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. What 1 cent equals 1 sat equals $1,300. That's it. That's the story. That's the story. Carbon, I only had 4 or 5. And only, it's great. Maybe I even had 6. No more than 6. I did not have more than 6. By the way, these were like, I think, a free mint, or they were like a penny. They were like nothing. They were very, very cheap, if anything. I got a buddy who's got like 40 of these still. Now, here's a problem. There's a lot of people that have a lot of these. And so that's always like a problem. It's a hurdle you have to get over, to get to the promised land. Right? There's 10,000 of these. There's only 2,100 holders. So a lot of guys got a big old bag of them. Yeah, if I had an extra $5,000 laying around right now, I'd buy 5. Just sit on them. And I'm pretty sure I would turn that $5,000 into, $50,000. I would feel very confident about that happening. I don't love Lyft, dude. Confusion. We're going to talk about that next. Some of the art stuff. I don't like it. I don't love it, but I do need to explore it more. That with me and art, that happens a lot. Instantly, I don't love it. And the more time I spend with it, the more I start to appreciate it. But yeah, guys, Snowfro just had a new mint. There you go. There you go, music. The fact that the artist died, yep, it brings it to a different. Yeah, it now has got like crazy lore. If he didn't pass away, nothing would have changed. But the fact that he did pass away just makes it crazy. John, yeah, dude, just peeked at it, and yeah, I mean they're cheap enough that I might buy one. But Hearto just has so much stuff out there. I'm just not sure. I don't know. It's not a bad thing, but also I just don't know. I don't want to FUD my bags because I got some Hearto bags, right? I've got Floriforms and I've got a golden ratio, and I spent 0.16 on a golden ratio. Yikes! I don't know if that's gonna play out well. I kind of think it does, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I still think we get the crazy FOMO stuff, and I think still it's just the hopium art cycle. Like I think we get an art meta combined with an ordinals meta. And those two combined are just like, I mean, explosive together. Because art on Bitcoin does make the most sense. Again, this ties back into the Sense collection. $1,300 right now. It feels undervalued big time. Yeah. So in like Hearto, I just wasn't aware enough that he mint so much. He's always putting out new collections. I like artists that create. But we saw that played out with somebody like Zancan, who I love too. And I own like, I don't know, 30 Zancan pieces, but actually more. I think I own like 50, maybe even 100. I have so much Zancan. But it devalues the rest of his stuff. It does. Hearto is kind of the same thing. He's got so many collections now. And it just feels like it devalues the entirety of it too. Floriforms, though, I do think it's another one of those bets. 0.1, maybe I lower that to 0.05 now. I'm not sure. He's got so much stuff. It does affect his collections. But, hey, Floriform's $150 floor. I think I've got 12 of those. We're just going to ride that for a while. Nice to see Fukuhedron's actually doing pretty decent. Any rare sales? Whenever I check these, I'm always looking for some rare stuff moving. Cows, hyenas, frogs. I don't feel like I've seen any of those move in a minute. 0.006. Why would that one go? Why would that one go like 5x the floor? He's rarer, but I don't think rare enough to matter. No, let's see if we got a frog or something moving. .003. I can't tell if we're looking at some wash sales. Oh, speaking of which, we should look at volume. Yeah, I would. I missed the opportunity to flip my rare guys for like 0.01 something. Maybe actually, I think they even got to like 0.02 ish, maybe 0.03, like the cows, and I think they got that high. They got up there. That yeah, these got up there, and I do think these will do well still. Definitely hopium, definitely bag bias stuff, but I like them, and I like hi-fi. Yeah, maybe no frog, cow, hyena, robot, duck sales. Those are the rares in this collection here. Anyway, dig them. God damn though, so bullish on Sense right now, guys. Also, No, man, they all just seem too cheap. They seem too cheap. Look at the top ETH collections, man. Look at Moonbirds at 14,000. This is so silly. Good silly. Good for us silly. Good for people who want to pack their ordinals bags. Moonbirds at 14 grand. Bored Apes 51 grand. Pudgy's 57 grand. Here's Lyft 1,300. We'll peek at those. CryptoPunks hit 250,000. Lil Pudgy's at almost 7,000. Azuki at 9,000. V1s, we will definitely talk V1s. V1s got to just about 20,000. And then you compare that to the ordinals collections, the top collections, and I'm not counting like shrooms here, but the top collections, 5,000, 6,000 for a Node Monk, 4,600 for a Puppet, 2,800 for an OMB. Come on. Quantum Cat, 3,500. Come on. This makes sense to nobody. This makes sense to nobody. Everybody's too scared. Everybody's bought into some of the FUD out there that they don't matter. I was going to say it's a bummer. It's not. It's not a bummer. It's a great fucking opportunity for all of us who do see that thing coming, that it's very obvious. It was very obvious V1 punks were going to pump to 20 grand. Same kind of obvious here. Same kind of obvious that these things pump to also 20 grand, 30, 40. Like, these are going to do exactly that. Where, by the way, where's our sweet Taproot Wizards? Do they fall off, or has there just been no sales here? Taproot Wizard floor is $26,000. Those will hit 100 grand. This cycle, those are going to hit 100,000. Where do you start with NFTs? I mean, dude, I will always argue the best bet in crypto. It's V1 punks and it's ordinals. I think you should grab some ordinals because I think they're at their lows here, basically. And they pumped a little from their real lows, but I think ordinals, look, it depends what you got to work with. There are a few of these ordinals collections that I think are very affordable and have some great upside. And the people who watch, every day, or they know the ones I'm going to say. But Based Angels, not cheap, right? But $430, these are going to be like $4,000. There'll be a couple grand, right? Floriform's great bet. Based Angels, great bet. Honey Badger's great bet. Right here, $182. If you can swing it, though, if you can afford it, if you are going in on one NFT just to get started, but also that's going to hold its value and has tons of upside, it is Sense. $1,300. And in my opinion, is going to 10,000, 20,000. I really do believe that. I really believe that. Shit, I wouldn't hate selling my Node Monk and getting 4 cents. But I like to have some, I like to be diversified a little bit. Best part with NFTs, though, dude, is if you don't have them, if you don't have money for them now, NFT season gets fun. We get whitelist. It's like there's a lot of things to go from free to whatever, or you just know if you're minting it, there's certain ones you just know are going to cook, and we get a lot of that stuff. We'll get a lot of whitelists during NFT season. So there's no rush to even buying now. I just do think a lot of this stuff is very undervalued. Big time. Still think good vibes on ETH are going to do really well. Really, really, really fucking well. But we're going to have a great NFT season. And I still think I'm leaning towards the meta of this cycle is not PFPs. I'm leaning towards its art. Right? I really am leaning that way. I think it's art that's going to drive this cycle here. And so to that point, the modest mint coming up. Try whatever you can do. Shit, I just lost my window. Whatever you can do to get in on this mint coming up, do it. I would not miss this mint. And I'm talking here about the new modest collection. It is called Mementos. Is that right? Mementos. All right. Sorry. Flying blind. I got to find my my tab here. I can't see you guys. There we go. By the way, did you guys who caught the stream I did on my phone 2 days ago? Did you guys see that? I literally did my morning stream. I didn't do my normal screen sharing. I didn't do my normal show. I just pulled out the phone and streamed from it. I thought it was cool as fuck. I had a blast doing it. And I know it didn't get a big audience because I'm bad at promoting. I know all that still. But I think people liked it. I thought it was cool. Let's peek at that. John's saying 3-month chart on cents is impressive. Let me peek. Hoods, dude. Thank you, man. Yeah, it felt good. It felt fresh. And I'm definitely going to do that more. I thought it was cool. It's kind of more the vibe of this stream. But again, it's just me on the phone. I'll show you. I'll show you what it's like. It was cool. Yeah, dude. Thank you guys. Yeah, I thought it was neat. Wow, there you go. Yeah, no, okay. If we're looking at chart, and you get used to looking at charts and knowing what a bullish chart looks like. That is a very bullish looking chart. It's still tricky in comparing an NFT chart to, a meme coin or whatever, but look at this. Price going up, listings going down. That's a bullish looking chart. It is. Also reminds me a lot of Capy. Just saying. Chart reminds me a bit of Capy. Capy did that here. And at this point, we're kind of up from there. I'm just going to keep shilling Capy, aren't I? It did that. This part right here, too. We saw the same thing here. When it was doing that, we're like, oh, it's looking pretty good. Very early, right? But it looked good. And that thing happened, and then boom. And then that thing happened again. And yes, it settles down a bit, but then boom. And then that thing happened again, and then boom. That sense chart looks great. If it pulls back, get in. If it happens, if we see some guys take some profit, they should. If this drops back to 800, get in. I need to go and start game planning how I get more liquid to go play some of this. I need more sense. 1 is stupid. I have really fucked up only having 1 cent. Then again, if it goes half a Bitcoin, all good. Trying to have fun, man. Great to hang with you, sir. Sir. Yeah, get them cents. Arts, though. I do think it's an art meta, an art cycle. So really what I think is going to drive this is, look, market everything up. Like crypto pumps, so NFTs pump. But what you're going to see is guys like Raoul Pal and Punk 6529 come out and say, I told you so. I told you so about art. That art is different, that art is culture, and culture doesn't go away. The real pieces of culture that are like the cornerstones of communities, right? Of the actual culture here in crypto. Those guys are going to go, I told you so. Look at this shit. This X copy's worth $5 million now. And this Sam Spratt now worth 10 million. And these things that were a couple grand are now worth 10, 15, 20. Like they're going to say, I told you so. And they're going to say it over and over. And those guys fuel the ETH cabal. And those guys are going to start getting FOMO, trying to buy up all the other stuff. They're going to go crazy buying ACK. They're going to go crazy buying him. I think they might start going crazy buying some Delta Sauce, right? We're going to see some new artists that enter that like super cabal kind of art market. Delta Sauce might be on that path. Modest is definitely on that path too. They're very similar in that regard. I think Modest has got, I don't know, they're very similar. I think Modest has got ridiculous potential. And but I think we're going to see this NFT cycle is an art cycle. Again, all the I told you so. When art felt dead, when FX hash just died off basically, and it didn't die, but you get the point. People are like, fuck all this art. None of it's historic. No, we're about to see some of it is. We're about to see some of these guys that have a lot of money are going to be buying up a lot of art. It's going to get really ridiculous. So more than PFPs, I think art's going to happen. I do think a big attention will be put on ordinals, Bitcoin art. I just think that meta, that thing is going to click for a lot of people. But Modest Mint coming up Wednesday. I got to show this to you, and then we'll get into the Snowfro thing. This is so fucking cool. You must try to get in this. Actually, you can buy some of his pieces and get an automatic whitelist, just so you know. And he's got some stuff that's like on the more affordable end. I think like 0.09, 0.1 or so. Let's review this. You definitely want to get in here. But also, I'm going to reach out to him and see if maybe I can get like a couple of spots to give away. That'd be cool. That'd be real cool. And look, he's under the radar too. He's got 6,000 followers. Maybe that doesn't feel like much. I'm telling you, man, he is the dude. He really is the dude right now. Okay, Mementos is next collection with a twist. It is editions. It's 1155s, but it's not just an edition. It's a system, a mechanism for creative exchange with aligned incentive between creator and collector. All right, so when you mint a memento, 70% of your mint goes into a vault. So 70% of your ETH going into a vault. Anytime you want, you can return your NFT and get 70% of what you bought in back. There's like very little risk here. 70% you get back. So the mint is like 0.039. You'll get back 0.031 or what, I don't know the numbers exactly, but you know what I mean? Like 0.034, whatever. You get 70% of your money back. 30% goes to him. He's only taking a small chunk. This guy's fucking awesome. 30% goes to him to build, to experiment, to take bigger swings. IRL, URL, I like that. All of it. Each memento is a credit, an 1155 token you can redeem or trade to unlock new artwork, claim allow lists or physicals, commission something personal, or simply get your ETH back. Your actions matter. Redemptions burn supply, so less on chain equals more value, maybe. As the number of mementos shrinks, value grows with me, not the market. When you redeem, you don't just receive something, you release what was locked. Oh, interesting. So if you redeem, that 70% goes to him, I assume. That's cool. Okay, so you redeem and then he gets that 70% that you bought in. No longer sitting in that vault. He gets it. That's cool. A fair flow of value. Redeem to unlock, redeem to access, redeem to participate, redeem to exit. This is so fucking cool. Art in, art out, value in, value through. Oh, this is so cool. This guy's awesome. Mint opens the week of August 18th. Site's live now if you want to dig in. We are going to dig in. It's not just an addition, it's structural shift. This is brilliant, man. This guy is awesome. And again, the fact that he's got a Raoul Pal as a collector and like everybody, the art cabal, that's not, I don't mean that in a bad way, especially with the art. It's not a bad thing. By the way, initially it was priced at 0.0469, like something like a 4,000 edition thing. He's up the editions to like 6,900, right? Lowered the price to 0.039. It's so cool, dude. It's such a clever idea. I hope more people do this. He really is turning into the next something. Big deal. And so here's mementos, by the way. We'll peek at the gallery of them. I mean, come on. They're so cool. Everyone's going to be unique, but every single one redeemable. I want 10 of these. If I can free up 0.4-ish ETH, I will get, I probably would get 10 of these. I don't think I can get 0.4 ETH, which is what, like about $2,000. I don't think I'm freeing up $2,000 unless I sell like what, all my fuck coin. And I don't think, actually, dude, I don't think I'm opposed to selling all my fuck coin to do this, because I think this has got this. Okay, I think fuck coin can 10 or 20x here. I think what he's doing can 10 or 20x, and I kind of want to bet on art going into an art meta. I might sell my fuck coin for this, which I would not love to do, but I might do it. What I need to find out is how the allow list stuff works. I got a whitelist spot. I'm really fucking lucky. English is giving me shit. Oh, I love it. Yeah, looking over in our back cave. English saying, who does pump? He's talking to a buddy of ours that has like 40 cents, saying, who does pumping your cents bags hard this morning? Saying they'll be the #1 collection on Bitcoin over Wizards at 3 to 5 Bitcoin per cents. Fuck yes. I'll lock in a little more accurate prediction. No, that's fine, actually. 3 to 5%. Yeah, lock it in. No, I think 1 is where they're heading. Half. But I think the point there is whatever is the top, it could be sent more than one of the PFPs. Yeah. Bitmonk. I see it, baby. I see that cent. Fucking love it. Man, I love them. It's such a great collection. By the way, any projects out there? Any projects? DM me. I'll bring people up on the stream to chat your project. You got to be like somebody who's building something. It's got to be like a legit thing. This is not going to be a shill your project thing. It's got to be builders. Builders welcome. Oh, and I am going to start charging for Swarm Report. Tell me if you think this is cool. I think this is cool. Like a nice middle ground for charging for people to come on. I don't want to charge builders, right? If I know, like if there's a project launching on virtuals and They have been putting in the work and they've been doing the tweets and they've been making the rounds on shows and they're just there. They're part of the community too. You don't pay to come on my show. I'm bringing you on. I want you on. If you're somebody, because this has happened a few times, somebody's reached out and said, hey, would you like, and I've never heard of them. They don't tweet anything. They're like, hey, can we come on the show and show off our project? Or can you like tweet about us or something? That's where you pay, right? If you're not part of the community and you've not been promoting yourself, you've not spent any time or money marketing yourself, I'm not doing it for free. So if you're just trying to quickly hack your way into getting, some mind share engagement, right? People watch my show. If you're just trying to get in there without doing any of that effort, I'll do it for you, but you got to pay to come on, just a little, not crazy. $100, 150, maybe $200, right? That's nothing to get some promo. But again, if you're a builder and everybody's talking about you and everybody's looking for, and you engage with the community, you come on the show. Nobody not charging for that. Do you guys think that idea like makes sense? So builders come on free. People building but don't put any effort into marketing, they pay to come on. I think that's fair. If I could do that, Carbon, that's where I start sharing all this with you. Confusion. Hang on. What does that say? Because the screen doesn't display it right. NM Node Monk something cents. Is that a greater than Node Monk's greater than cents? Yes. Let's talk Moonbirds. Yeah, dude. Confusion and I were just chatting about this before the stream. I got to figure out the sponsor game. I need it. I need to make money doing this shit. Need to. I would hate to get to the point where it's game over and I just don't make money off this and I can't do it anymore. I would hate that, dude. That would suck. I need to figure out how to make money. The Moonbirds thing is fascinating. Okay, let's do the modest thing. CJ, are you around for like 30 minutes still? Or like if you, I'll do this based around you, dude. If you got to leave, we'll do Moonbirds now. If you're around for like 30 minutes still, then I'll go through modest and, Why is my color all fucked up? Why does that happen? Too dark. Hang on. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's a little better. Did I ever tell you guys when I was a kid, I had my babysitter read me comic books? Fucking weirdo. Actually, I don't think I was that little too. I was probably like 13. That's fucking weird, dude. Dude, that would be so fucking cool. That'd be cool. I like the thread guy format works. That's what I want to do. Just stream all day, bring guests on throughout. I got to get somebody that can chop the shit up. Okay. All right, then we'll finish modest and we'll talk lift. And then Moonbirds is a perfect segue then, right? Because Moonbirds are cooking, and I was not bullish on Moonbirds, and all of a sudden I'm very bullish on Moonbirds, like real fucking bullish on Moonbirds. I am shocked. And we'll talk V1 punks. I'm fucking shocked about Moonbirds. And you should be very bullish on Moonbirds. Anyway, these look cool. All right, I'm going to take a quick 1 minute little break here. Yeah, BRB, guys. All right. Okay, where were we? Oh, modest. Fucking this guy, dude. I wonder if. Oh my god, something just hit me. Okay, I don't know if Modest has ever done an interview. I don't know. I'm gonna DM him. What if Modest would come on the show? All right, we did it. We DM'd. Let's see, dude. Let's see if we can get Modest on. How cool would that be? How fucking cool. All right, no expectations here, but let me keep my eyes on that because if Modest would come on, that'd be fucking awesome. All right, keeping that open. Let's see. Okay, so the Modest Mint. Again, we're looking at some outputs here. Really cool, really cool. I love glitch art. One of my favorite things. He's a glitch artist. He gives me Patrick Amadon vibes. He gives me, X copy, of course. Just awesome. That's my kind of thing. Again, collection is called Memento. 6900 edition collection. Mint is 0.039. Now, where I'm a little lost or I'm a little confused, dude. Okay, I would love X copy on. Oh my god. Confusion. Are you there? Confusion. Are you there? Oh my god. It hit. I remembered what I was going to talk about. Holy shit. Oh my god. Okay, I got to find it. Don't lose it. Fuck this guy. Okay, hang on. Fuck this guy. This is an art thing too. Holy fuck. I was hoping that I was on Spaces with Confusion. There was a thing that hit me that I knew I had to talk about during the show. Oh man. And I lost it. I totally forgot what it is. And it's a big fucking deal. And it did not get much eyeballs. And it's a big fucking deal. Confusion, please be there. Please, buddy, be there. It's a big deal. And it is an art thing. Oh shit. Okay, this stems from X copy related. First off, I would love to interview X copy. And he's a cool dude. He's a cool fucking guy. I've known X copy for years now, met through NFT boxes. Used to chat here and there, just met a couple messages back and forth, never a lot. But the door is open, right? I could send him a message and he'll reply, most likely, right? I don't think he's ever done an interview. So no way do I think he would come on the show and do an interview. Definitely not on, his face. I would say almost definitely not his voice, although I do know he does VC with people. Right? So maybe he might be willing to do like a written interview. Gordon Goner told me he'd do a written interview with me. I'm such a dickhead. I didn't do it because I don't want to write. I hate writing, guys. I fucking hate writing. But Gordon Goner told me he'd do an interview, a written one. He just doesn't want to be on these interviews because he doesn't like people taking words out of context and shit and whatever. He just doesn't do it. I would love to do, man. Maybe I shoot that shot and see if he'd do a written one. Anyway, though, fuck, I got a DM Confusion. Fuck, I wanted him here for the thing. Okay, let me see if Confusion's around. I'm so glad I remembered. It's a weird story, not a needle mover, nothing, but it is a spicy story. And I hope this fucking guy gets banned. And I'm not a hater. I'm a lover. I don't hate people. Some of you know there's like a person or two in this space that I hate. Dislike strongly. Hi. How are you? Yeah, you want to come on? How? Do you want to come on the show? Come on. Come say hi. Come say what's up. What's up? When's what done? The show? I don't know, guys. What do you think? We're going for a while still, right? I think we're going for a while. What you need? Huh? Oh, yeah. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. I thought the other day, I thought I maybe was like, thought I had a really interesting work thing come up, and it did not turn into what I thought. I don't know. I'm an idiot. I got too excited. So yeah, Casper, what's up, man? Did I see the Arbus collab with VPay? Yeah, dude. Yeah. You know what? And the VPay guys like me because I brought them on the show and no one else would. I want to get a Swarm card. I think that'd be cool. Oh, that was my daughter even. She started high school this week. So cool. You won't come say hi? Aw. What if I turn the camera off and it's just your voice? Aw. What if I turn the mic off and it's just your face? What if I turn the mic and camera off and you just come here and nobody sees or hears you? They just feel your aura. Sounds like a no. It sounds like a no. All right, Confusion's not watching the stream, I don't think. Oh, okay. Hey. All right, cool. All right, Xcopy awesome. Modest awesome. Got me thinking. I knew it. She could do the crypto influencer thing. I know she could do it. I think there's like a shyness there. She can sing, man, and she won't do it, but she can fucking sing. I told her I'd give her $1,000 if she'd sign up for like voice lessons. She's got such, like, everybody probably thinks their kid's got a great voice. She got an amazing voice. Amazing. Lila, they said what's up though. They said hi. Oh, all right. Don't you dare. Now my wife wants to sing. Look what you guys got started. No, do not. Thank you. Don't. Okay. Anybody here know who he's got a couple names he makes art under. If you've been around this space since like 2020, actually even earlier, because he's like more of an OG artist. So a crypto artist who has been troubled at times. In fact, I think it's a few times threatened to unalive himself and even disappeared for a while, and people were worried he did something to himself. His name is Gary Cartledge, who has turned into a real fucking asshole. I used to buy his work. I used to like the guy. I do like his art, but he personally seems like a real piece of shit. Like a real piece of shit. Who is threatening now to dox Xcopy. This suddenly, like, did not get enough attention. No, not Gary V, Gary Cartledge. He's a piece of shit. I strongly dislike this guy. And I don't dislike hardly anybody. I stopped following him. I will not buy this guy's art anymore. He's just out here like, he just says shitty things all the time and then, plays like these weird sympathy games. He's got great art though. He's got some great art. I do own it. I've never sold. I like his art. And, usually the most fucked up, the best artists are fucked up. He's fucked up though. And him threatening to dox Xcopy is fucked up. So here you go. I decided, this tweet was 3 days ago. I decided in a couple days, I'm going to fully dox myself. You've already doxed, you fucking idiot. I'm going to fully dox myself talking about NFTs, art on cam, and reveal the truth about the NFT ecosystem. Now, that would be great because there's a lot of Kabali shit that goes on here. Rocky, dude, man, thank you. Over on Abstract, I see that. Thank you so much, man. Real cool. Real fucking cool. Yeah, I do think the art space is dirty. I think there's a lot of sales that are fake. I think there's a lot of fake shit. Of course, like everywhere. If you're not going to build it right, then I'm just going to make a mess. Again, this guy. I think he's got this like meme that he's like the janitor or something or whatever. I don't know. I'll start with the 2021 VC fund wash scandal. Xcopy art IRL identity. Robness. I love Robness. Genesis fund wash. Vincent Van Doe misuse of $200 million. Rareable Alex and the stories of bribery and manipulation should be a good next few months. Now, people gave him shit for the X-Copy thing, rightfully so. And he's kind of walked it back, saying he'll water it down good. What's the point to dox X-Copy if he doesn't want to be doxed? Because he got greedy and the universe loves equilibrium. So he just wants to be a fuckhead. X-Copy didn't do anything. X-Copy got greedy because what? Because what? I've only heard stories about him being like the nicest guy and the most giving guy. I've only heard stories like that. Not that he's greedy. If people want to pay that much for his art, that is not him being greedy. That's him valuing his art the way collectors value his art. That's not greed. And in fact, he's put out a lot of collections that are really affordable. He's done that a lot. Look at Cope Salata. Look at even the super rare thing wasn't cheap, right? But he's made his work accessible multiple times, and he does giveaways. He does giveaways, and he does like raffles for his holders to be able to mint, and he's got some affordable pieces. Look at the NFT boxes pieces. But again, Max Payne, you can get into the X-Copy ecosystem for 0.6 or so. He's not greedy. You know, maybe in a different world you could look at it like that, but this is fucked up because he got greedy and the universe loves equilibrium. No, this is you being a jealous, fucking dirty fuck. I do not like this guy at all. Get some help. Yeah, I'm helping. This guy's fucked in the head. And there's some guys who are fucked in the head and you feel sympathy for. I will feel sympathy for anyone who's fucked in the head, even people who are destructive. I still get it. I get where that comes from, and it comes from a not great place about how they feel about themselves. But you don't get my sympathy when you're trying to destroy other people. X-Copy does not want to be doxxed. And I think if X-Copy's doxxed, it hurts the value of his art. Right? I think part of the value of X-Copy is he's anonymous. You don't know. Some of this is a mystery. He's got that aura. Being mysterious is awesome for your brand. He's got that. X-Copy's got that. This guy's trying to kill it. Now, normally I would say if X-Copy's doxed, it does hurt his art. Maybe if it's revealed like this, it doesn't. It helps him because there's people rallying behind him. I thought him coming out pro-Palestine would hurt his art, and it didn't. Getting political usually isn't great for your art. And I did see some people say they're not going to buy his art anymore when they heard his politics. Just, it is what it is. But I love that people are pushing back. What goes around comes around. You steal, don't complain when you go to jail or it comes back to you. You lie, don't get angry when people tell the truth about you. Why would anyone be harmed? We're just artists. Like, again, this is so poorly thought out and destructive, thinking that him being doxxed wouldn't matter. This guy has made millions here in NFTs, and he wants to dox him and put him in jeopardy. Like, fuck this guy. Fuck Gary Cartledge. Is it Cartage? Cartage. Cartledge. Yeah, I got it right. Yeah. And this is true. Everybody giving him shit. All you'd ever do is cry on this app. It's all he does. It's all he does. It's like a woe is me fest. Nobody gives me attention. But it's because you suck. It's because your personality sucks. It's because you're a mean dude. You know what I mean? Like, who wants to support someone who's mean and an extractor? And I'm not talking financially extracting. I'm talking like good vibes in the soul of this space. You're here and you just dirty this place up. So we got to watch for this. He might do it. This is a fuck everything kind of guy because he feels so shit about himself. He wants everything else around him to burn. He's that kind of guy. You've seen that before, right? There's people like that. That's him. Shitty dude. And I feel bad for those guys, but shitty dude and threatening to dox X-Copy is extremely shitty. But truth is, people know his identity and good people who've never doxed him. And I hope he doesn't do it. He will get banned from this app, right? I hope he's been reported for this too, by the way. I hope he gets reported. That's it. I hope they take this guy down. So fuck Gary Cartledge. If it happens, that'd be wild. That'll be one of the spiciest stories to come up here in a long time. If he doxes X-Copy, man. Again, his art's great. His art's great. Like, I love it. That's my style. But so shitty. Yeah, his art's great. Let me see if he had more, like any updates on this too. But I hope he doesn't do it, man. But we now got to watch. By the way, Mike, good morning, man. Imagine if half you ass whites paid as much attention to art as you do drama. Fair, again, he's got some points. It's weird him saying he's going to dox himself. He's doxed. He has his face is out there. His name is out there. So fuck this guy. In fact, I'd almost be tempted to burn the art I got. Oh shit, Gary. I love it. I love it, dude. I love it, dude. Gary, that's a set it and forget it thing, and I think that's going to pay off for you in a big way. A big way. I believe it. I believe it. I believe everything I say. And sometimes I talk extreme, and some of that's for fun, and some of it's because I really do believe this space is going to get extreme. We've seen this space get extreme. I think Sense is going to get very, very silly. That's awesome. I'm happy for you, and I don't even think they're at all-time high. I don't, and I think they're going to rip to a new all-time high and will live above there. I think they're special. So that's a great pickup, dude. So congrats. Great buy. I wish I could do the same, and I might find a way to do the same at this price, even higher at $2,000. I would probably still, not even probably, at $2,000 I would want to buy one. At $3,000 I would want, I believe in them a lot. Anyway, I'm so fucking glad I remembered the story. Okay, so we got the basics of how this new mint's going to work. Again, 6,900 editions, 0.039 mint. You can mint as many as you want. That said, up to I think 60. So 60 editions. Where I'm not sure and where we need some more clarity, and I know he's going to give it to us still, is how whitelists work. Because there's phases, like collectors are getting into, the first tier one, or what's the word? First phase. So certain of his collectors get in the first phase of the mint, and then it goes to the next phase and the next phase, and then it goes to whitelists. And again, I want to see if I can get some whitelists for us. Even two, if I can get 2 whitelists to give away, would be awesome. And then finally, it's going to end with a public mint if there's stuff left over, and I do hope there's some left over. This collection is going to be really fucking great. Let's see. He's got another tweet too with updated mechanics, and I think also the tiers. So hang on, let's go back to his profile. This collection's going to do really well. This is also a set it and forget it thing. Over time, this is going to appreciate a lot. There you go. Yeah. Okay. Still on track for August 18th. Could change. Might not be the 18th, so we'll keep an eye on it. Again, 70% things still stands, so 70% of your money locked in a vault. You can get it back whenever you want. Return your NFT, get 70% of your mint back. That's so cool. Expanded to 6,900. Mint is 0.0369. Wallet's going to be capped at 69 editions. Phased allow list published next week, but basically here it is. Okay, right? So Mod OG 1.1 holders, any modest holder. Again, he's got some pieces out there that are 0.0, I think 0.1-ish. 0.1-ish. Gary, dude, you rock, man. It's so awesome. I'm happy for you, dude, and thank you. Friends of Modest, projects and partners list. So, okay, so this is where at least my whitelist came through. So after his holders, then the whitelist. Oh, shit. Okay, great. So we're going to be in before the Memento sign. Oh, so you can go on the Memento site and sign up for a whitelist spot. I got through somebody in GVC. So I'll get to mint here. And again, I would like to mint 10 of those. And then next comes Memento site and then public. Mementos is not a flip. I liked him clarifying this stuff and just being honest, being real, right? Not a flip. It's not a PFP. It's not a speculative thing. I know that's the game, but this is going to be redeemable for stuff in his ecosystem. Again, whitelist to other mints of his, exchange it for a physical print. Things like that. So cool. So cool. In fact, if I could buy some and redeem it for him to come on an interview, maybe he'd do that. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. This is so cool. For almost 2 years, the way my work was collected was mostly collectors reaching out to request minting one of my everydays. They request the work, send the ETH, art is minted. Now there's no exchange of ETH. You send mementos. If a 1-1 is trading for 1 ETH, that might be 20 mementos. That's so cool. That's so cool. This guy's going to be huge. Answering all the questions. This guy's just awesome, dude. So I want to show you real quick his collection on OpenSea. So if you do want to try to get a whitelist spot from being a holder, he has not taken a snapshot yet. So just know that you still can buy a piece. You still can buy a piece and get on the whitelist. Let's see if we can find. Is that maybe his? No. Well, maybe. Here we go. Created. Do we have a better view here? Well, let's even do this. We can sort by floor price. It's got some super rare stuff. How many editions here? 46. So that probably doesn't count. Oh, no, that's probably showing the whole super rare collection. Okay. So I would say this is where you start. The unexpected collection. This is his cheapest collection. 0.097. So I believe, and you got to do a little more digging too, just to make sure. But he said his holders. So I'm assuming this counts. Again, don't take my word for that. Just make sure. But you can get a modest piece for basically 0.1, and that should get you a whitelist spot. It should. Chance it doesn't. His art's great. Again, this kind of art is like my thing. I love it. Just good, cool glitch art. It's so, to me, it's like super punk rock. It's so cool. And he's got the collectors, and he's just on this crazy trajectory. Crazy trajectory. This guy's going to do phenomenal. And so I am buying this for two reasons. One, as a speculative play, I just think if there's 6,900 and the supply is just going to keep going down, that it plays out exactly like Max Payne, Capy Max Payne. Just value just goes up as he has new launches. So playing it for that part, the speculative side, and I just want to collect some modest art finally. Just finally. Heard too much about him for way too long and following long enough, and I'm like, it's time. It's just time. Okay, I wouldn't miss that collection. Whether you try to get in public or you try to get whitelist or whatever, I would definitely be trying to mint that collection. It's going to do really well, and it'll probably be the talk of NFTs this week. It is probably the hottest thing in NFTs this week. Maybe even longer, right? It's a big deal. So there you go. Modest. At the very least, follow along, watch it, but try to get in. Carbon, it seems pretty easy, though. Again, you just mint it. 70% of the money's just kept in the vault. You get it back whenever. Otherwise, it's just exchanging these NFTs. Again, 1155's open, open edition thing, but exchange it for more stuff coming up. I don't think it's any deeper than that. Okay, Moonbirds V1 Punks. And I do want to talk Lift real quick too, which I don't know a ton about it other than it's a new Snowfro collection, right? Chromie Squiggle's real high up on my list of things I need. I need a Chromie Squiggle, but Snowfro brand new collection, floor price 0.3 ETH. How many editions here? 1,000 edition collection. They're different, man. They're really weird. And I thought I heard there's some kind of like video game with these things. I don't know if that's the case. I'm not totally sure. But Lift. Actually, this is why Grok is so fucking awesome. Grok tells me everything. So cool. Man, I'm so happy I remember that story. That was eating me up. Like that was like in the back of my mind the whole stream. Oh, and we are going to have to circle back to the market because there was some stuff I left out with stuff that's coming. As in, like, U.S. government ready, like, we're in a new phase. We got the crypto report. We got, these bills being voted on, but they're rounding a corner, new phase of it's go time to make the U.S. the crypto capital of the world. All these agencies have been directed to start now. It's go time. So I'll circle back to some of those reports. It's gonna get spicy. It's gonna get spicy, guys. I mean, we're gonna make a lot of money this cycle. Sorry, we are. We're gonna make a lot of money this cycle. Anyway, these are interesting. I do think there's a game, like a playable game. These dudes are all generative. I think the whole piece is generative. Of course, like Snowfro, generative art. It's a weird collection. Lift, a self-portrait collection by Snowfro. A generative art project consisting of 1,000 unique artworks released on Art Blocks on August 14th. There was an auction and there was some controversy here because the site wasn't working. At its core, Lift is an innovative blend of digital art and interactive gaming. Each artwork generates a fully on-chain one of one, out of 1,000, but a ROM file compatible with Game Boy Advanced hardware. What? That's cool. And Nintendo DS, so you load it up in an emulator, or if you got a modded out, Game Boy Advance or DS, you play it there. You can download it from the Art Blocks site. Interesting. We got to look for some gameplay here. Each edition offers a singular gameplay experience with unique DNA not replicated elsewhere, requiring 60 to 90 days to complete without save states. Whoa. Emphasizing persistence and cultural durability. Using in the game is composed by Snowfro. Nice. I wonder if it's also generative. Converted from classical guitar pieces using tracker software and Python. Interesting. Central element is a clickable pixel man that extrudes into a 3D view. Owners can toggle portrait mode, which is a PFP. Super cool. Oh, I like this. This is cool. You can customize the game's splash screen to display a chromie squiggle. If you own a chromie squiggle, that's cool. Yeah, I'd be paying attention to Monad, Mike Bennett. I'm not deep in there at all, but I'd be paying attention to Monad. If you got a chromie squiggle, you can kind of bring that into the game. Cool. Let's see what else. So again, there was some trouble. Oh, I think here's some footage of the game. There was some trouble with the mint. It was an auction, and people at the very tail end, last 5-10 minutes of the auction, even maybe last hour, were trying to bid up, outbid the highest bid to make sure they got a piece. And the site went down, and there's a whole lot of guys who couldn't get in a bid. They couldn't do it, which sucks. Just a bummer. So some people are completely missed getting a mint because the site was broken. Here, let's do the audio here. Oh, so cool, man. So cool. Dude, these guys, I love it. I love when these guys love their shit. Like, why shouldn't they? That's so cool. He's got one of those bokeh lamps. That's a beautiful. Oh, I love those. How fucking cool. Huh? That is so cool. So cool. I don't think. Look, buying one of those on secondary right now at 0.3 might not be a bad idea. That might not be a bad idea. Hang on. I just fucked something up. Huh. I suddenly can't share my screen. My stream glitched out. There we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't think that'd be. I don't think it's. I don't think it's a bad idea if you're looking to invest in art. I don't think that's a bad buy right there. A 1,000 edition Snowfro collection. That look, if gaming, I mean, it's got a couple cool things about it narrative wise that could make that really do well. 0.3 ETH, 1,000 edition, all 1/1s. Very interesting. Rare ones are going for a lot higher. What do the rare ones look like? Let's see. God damn, I wish I were. I'm jealous of the Cabal guys. I am. Like the rich Cabal. I'm so fucking jealous because they can just buy all the cool shit every time. I wish that were me. One day that'll be us. Okay, rare because what? The colors? Oh, snow. It's got a snowy background kind of stuff. The white figure. Yeah, okay, cool. Did I click that one? Yeah. Let me go find another rare guy. Here, even 0.5. It's a little rare, I'm guessing. Art's really going to cook this cycle, man. You can feel it. I'm hoping the Zancan stuff comes back. I would sell some, right? Like most of my Zancan is here to just hold and collect, and I love it. That's cool. Like most of my Zancan stuff is just in a permanent collection, but I would definitely sell some and take some profits over there if that ever comes back. And at this point, no expectations, none. It's a bummer, but that's part of the game. You collect what you love because you might be stuck with it forever. And at least with Zancan, I don't feel stuck, right? Feel like I own some art that I really love, appreciate, and that for me, it's like that was a special time in crypto. So, right, for that reason, I just love it. If I have it forever, hope to have most of it forever, then that's what it's for. It's just like when I scroll my wallet and go down memory lane. Love it. Anyway, there's Lyft. These mint, I don't think these are too much above mint. I don't, well, can I ask Rock that where they minted? Does anybody know where they minted out? Christian, do you know what price they minted out at? Again, it was an auction. Let's see if we got a post here. Ooh, is this footage of the game? Yeah, I want to see how it plays. I'm guessing they probably minted out at 0.15-ish or something, right? Because I'm pretty sure they're up. Yeah, I don't think it's a bad gamble. That said, we also had the, Red Bull Velocity Series stuff that did okay. At points did okay. 2000. Hey, here's a good update. But I thought the momentum things, Drift, the collection's called Drift. I thought those might send to, like 1 ETH. I actually do think they can get there this cycle still. Again, if we get an art cycle, like the art meta, I do think it's coming. I could see that Drift collection heading to a 1 ETH floor. I don't think that's a bad bet at all. But look, I would say the safest bet in art right now is still Sense by a long shot. Oh, so they're not much above mint if they minted at 0.24. Wow. So they're like what, $1,300-$1,400 right now? $1,300. Ooh, I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. I feel like these will be 0.5 within a week or two, right? Just kind of feels, yeah. I don't think that's a bad bet. Super cool. All artworks delivered, 2,000 bids. That was their highest volume ever for bids. Wow. Final minutes pushed our infrastructure to its limits and we experienced site issues. Yeah, again, a lot of people were not happy. Like there and some big voices in the art collector community were not happy, like really not happy about that. And I get it. It's a bummer if you were ready to come with more and you couldn't. Although, then it's on you as a collector to plan on that. As somebody who plays the game, it's plan on these sites getting hammered sometimes, right? And you kind of need to get your bid in early. And I know part of the game is you don't want to. You want to wait till the last minute and get the right feel for what to spend. But that's part of the game. Part of the game. So anyway, that's a cool collection art. So we got Harto, we got Modest, we have Snowfro, some art happenings, man. It's so cool. Art is coming. It's going to be so big this cycle. It really is going to be so big. I'm leaning that way that it is going to be an art meta. That is what's going to define this run. We will get PFPs that cook, absolutely. Like saying it's going to be an art cycle does not mean the other stuff doesn't happen. The other stuff is definitely going to happen. But I do think art is what we're going to remember this past one for. So about those moonbirds, who else is like shocked about that? Like shocked about moonbirds? I am. Like completely caught me off guard. I think that's most people. I don't think anybody was betting that moonbirds were going to do something stupid. And yet here we are. Moonbirds are doing something stupid, and it's great. So what are they at? $14,000. They are at 3.2 ETH floor right now. Holy fuck. Were these down to like 0.3? 0.22. Wait. They've gone from... These were 0.2 in August. Let's... Hang on. Okay, I'm going to get that a little more exact here. 0.23 in August. Oh my God. Dude, that's unreal. Let's just say quarter ETH or so in August. Oh, wow. That's so nuts. So from 0.2 to now 3 ETH. Man, 15x. You got a 15x on these in a short amount of time. Good for you, Moonbird holders, believers. You've been through it all, dude. You've been through, you fucking A. If you had the conviction to hold through that shit, GG's, you deserve every good thing that's happening to you right now. And I don't think any of them want to sell. Oh, so they're higher than that. They're really like they're 3.7 is the real floor. I think they're stuck. These are stuck. Thank you, Christian. Dude, this happens on Magic Eden all the time. It's kind of annoying. But 0.37, I think, is the real floor. Holy fuck. Yeah, that's it. 0.37 floor. So the floor is not 14,000. It's 16,300 is your floor on Moonbirds. Jesus. And I'm telling you, dude, I couldn't think of why until confusion like really enlightened me on some of this stuff. And it's something as simple as the guy who now owns them and is running them, right? And I forgot something very important with him. So Spencer, let's see if I can find his right account. So this dude Spencer now, right, owns Moonbirds. I don't know why I don't follow him. Crazy. Okay. The part that I did not remember is that this guy was a big part of the reason Pudgy Penguin sent. He's not the reason, right? Like that's Luca. That's Luca. But Spencer was like a big buyer, big supporter of Pudgy Penguins. He had a fund. If I'm remembering correctly, he had a fund of Pudgy Penguins. Like dozens of Pudgy Penguins. And Lil Pudgies and the Rods. And like, he was a big part of why they got so big. He is. He is. A lot of money. The space respects the dude. Like he was a big part of the reason Pudgies have gotten to where they're at now. And now all of a sudden people are starting to think, well, what if Moonbirds are the next Pudgy Penguins? And I'm starting to realize that could actually happen. Now, like again, he's not Luca. I don't think he has to be Luca. That's what's up. Look at our sweet Capy. I think Capy's going to hit an all-time high again this weekend, by the way. That chart looks fucking great. We just more volume. I think Capy's going to hit 7 this weekend. I mean, we're so close. I think we're gonna do an all-time high this weekend. And over the next few weeks, the rest of this month, just gonna we're just ramping up. Kids are all going back to school, and parents are gonna lock back in. You know that feel like we have this change that happens. Summer's usually slow, and we've had a phenomenal summer, I think. But I think everything is about to escalate here. I think stuff's about to get really hot, really hot. Capy's gonna do well again. Capy to 10, yes. Capy to 20, 30, 40, 50. Boy, oh boy, I'm thinking. Didn't used to think so. Now I think I think so. I think so. We'll see. 10 is my bet. I'll reevaluate at 10, 15. But I think so. I think so. Just know I will be selling Capy at some point. I will always hold some Capy to support my buddy Bobby. I'll always hold it. I'm going to support the gang. So I'll always hold some and support him because he's such a great dude. But I'm going to have to sell some. I got bills to pay. So Moonbirds, though, dude, I swear, there will be an next Pudgy Penguins, right? Like Luca's a genius. Luca's fucking amazing. Okay, but if the Pudgy Penguins business model is get attention, build a brand, these are things that there is actually a blueprint for, and he's giving it to people. There will be another Pudgy Penguins. There will be. In fact, Yuga Labs could have done it, but I don't know if they know how. And actually, I had saved this tweet, and it fits in perfectly here. Didn't even mean it for this, but I think this is the one. Luca's got a blueprint that anybody could do. And when I say anybody, I mean that takes some fucking grit and determination and drive and whatever. And so not many people can do that. Not many people are as disciplined as Luca, but it can be done. And Yuga Labs hasn't been able to do it. Yuga has more than 150 mil in his treasury, yet since 2023, they haven't been able to manage daily posts on TikTok, Instagram, create long-form YouTube content. They're not doing it. There can be another Pudgy Penguins. In fact, if you still believe that IP really makes sense and it really matters here in Web3, right? That NFTs will matter and building IP here, and it's a new way to build, and it's a new way to get attention. We should see the Pudgy Penguin thing play out multiple times over with other brands. And fuck, man, what if that's Moonbirds with the dude who was a key part of Pudgy Penguins doing that thing? What if Spencer was that important? I actually think he was. Again, not as important as Luca, but I mean, if there's a ranking, he's halfway there, right? Like he was a key part of that. So now Moonbird's in his hands. And what if he now follows that blueprint? They are dropping a token. They got all the pieces in place. They got all the connections. They got everything, and they're cute. And I don't know if we got a cute mainstream animal, the same kind of thesis for Pudgy Penguins. I don't know if we ever had the cute Pudgy cute penguin kind of mascot or whatever. I don't think we did. I don't know if we do with an owl either. I don't know. Yeah, suddenly everything has changed for Moonbirds and how I feel about them, and also the path that they're on now. I didn't see it. I could not understand this price action other than they got a token coming. Guys got tipped off. Insider trading. People just want token. It's more than that now. I see it. I totally see it, and it's all because Spencer. Like, holy shit. Okay, just had to pop in their chat just because. Yeah, dude, I'm suddenly giga bullish on Moonbirds and priced out. Totally fucking priced out of Moonbirds. But Christian, what are you thinking about Moonbirds? Why are you you're bullish on them? But are you bullish on them for like same reason maybe I am here, seeing what I'm seeing? And Mike Bennett expecting a pullback around mid-September, then the last quarter mile blast. Oh, Mike, I don't think we're on the same page, buddy. Oh, okay. If we have one. Yeah, okay. I was going to say, I don't think we're on the same page. Mike, because you missed a lot of our beginning. We talked cycle again. And you got some pretty smart guys saying that it's the halving cycle is the cycle to be tracking, and that puts our high in 27 or 28. And I'm like, yeah, I like that. And we had a clip from OSF saying cycle's over. We're like going up for the rest of this decade. Like OSF, who doesn't respect what, like his takes, right? So I saw this real quick. I'm like, what kind of bear we have? We're thinking the same. I'm not sure if we have a bear. Like, not the same kind of bear. What is the Savra account? I'm so retarded, bro. I feel you, Mike. I wouldn't want to. I feel you, dude. Not writing those bags back down. I feel you. Hang on, I gotta find that Savra account. Oh, so there we go. Is that spelled right? Commentary? Yeah, I think so. Very bullish on Moonbirds. The art and IP always had big potential. Seems like Spencer could be. Yeah. Christian, god damn it. You're right. You're right. You're fucking right. Oops. Damn, dude. I'm so bullish on. Oh man, I'm so bullish on Sense now. Fuck. Yeah, Moonbird's awesome. I'm completely priced out. Only way Moonbird happens now for me is, I mean, fuck. If Capy does a 10x, if Capy gets to 4 mil, I'm sorry, 45 mil or so, right? Does a 10x from here. I've got a 70 grand bag. That would be fucking awesome. That would be beautiful. And then I'll go do some shopping. I'll do some NFT shopping. Again, I think we see 7. Also, I got to put up Fuckcoin because Fuckcoin is it's making some moves. Fuckcoin is looking pretty okay here. Oh, Fuckcoin's back to 4.2. Hey, okay. We talk about good looking, some good looking momentum at least. Fuckcoin is that. Yeah. For what it's worth, I think Fuckcoin's gonna be right back to where it was. I don't think we've seen the top of Fuckcoin. I don't. Ansem is gonna shill it, and he has shilled it once. Lightly shilled it. I think he's gonna shill it. I think there's gonna be a lot of people shilling Fuckcoin. So, but I might sell it to go fund the modest purchase. I might have to I won't take a loss here, but I might have to exit this early because I don't want to maximize what I do with modest. I think he's too great. I see his trajectory here. So there we go. Let's see if I got anybody. Yep. Yep, Crusher. That's right, buddy. That's right. That's fucking right, dude. Sense might be the one, dude. How exciting is that? And right. It feels right. It feels right. Again, I'll say it one more time. Sense so interesting because it speaks to non-NFT people. Non-NFT people. It speaks to hardcore Bitcoiners, especially those rich ones I talk about a lot who, I still think they'll spend money on ordinals, but the guys who don't, they'll spend money on a piece of commentary. They'll spend money on something that is a fuck you to the dollar. They will. They will. They will. They will. Sense might be the one. God damn. Okay. Now, Thread Guy's been going on a tear the past week, getting like just amazing people on. Again, Everything Empty came on the show. He had the guy, what was this guy's name, from Bags, and all this controversy about this, water token. And like, we'll kind of get into that. I don't know it super well, but we can work our way through it. But what was very cool, let's pull it up. Where's my TG notes? Where's my TG notes? Here we go. What was very cool, I am fucking up left and right by not pushing clips in my own content, shilling this stuff. I need to go back and find the Nature AC podcast where I shilled him V1 punks. That would make some waves out here. I need to find that. I also shilled him SPX 6900. That would also make waves. I need to see if he's got that file. So let's play this clip. This comes from Thread Guy's new show. I don't know Path. I should know Path, but I don't know him. But Path shilling V1 punks, and that sent him. Absolutely sent V1 punks. For context, V1 punks now sitting at almost 4 ETH. These were just over 2, let's say 2.3. This sent V1s to basically a 4 ETH floor. And they will go much, 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 much higher. The easiest play. The easiest place. If Sense is the easiest play out there right now, V1s are right there too. Actually, I think V1's easier, but V1s and Sense, let's say those are the two best bets in crypto right now. I believe that. Pengu also big safe bet, but like for multiples, Pengu's gonna have a 2, 3, 4, 5x. And I think V1 punks, and that's the same. I think Sense got the 10, 20, 30, 40, 100. Sense got big X's ahead of them. So do V1 punks. All right, V1 punk floor. We got to look for the white male. Yes, I'm saying it. Yes, I'm just looking at it. I'm looking for the most liquid asset in this collection. That is what it is. I don't make the rules. The floor on a white male V1 punk, it looks like it's 4.6 ETH. $20,000. But the collection as a whole, look, we know about V1 punks because I don't shut up about them because you guys are plugged in and you know it. You guys know the space. You live and breathe it like I do. There's a lot of people who don't, and I would probably argue most people don't. Even with Thread Guy talking about it, a lot of guys my age don't tune into Thread Guy. I love him, I do. But a lot of people do not know the story of V1 CryptoPunks. They don't. And more than that, there's so many people who know the story and it doesn't click. The same way ordinals don't click. The same thing happens over and over and over and over again. Very obvious things that because the price isn't there now, people think that means that, well, the thesis didn't play out or isn't playing out, so the thesis is wrong. Thesis with this being that the first minted CryptoPunks matter. Like that they're not really fucking significant. A lot of guys think it's not showing it now, price doesn't reflect it now, so it didn't work. You guys are wrong. The same thing's happening with all of ordinals right now. They're like, it didn't play out. It maybe did for a while, and that was just a speculative little bubble. You guys are wrong. Ordinals won't matter. They're wrong. Very obvious thing is going to play out. It's so fucking obvious, and it's exactly what happens with V1 punks. So you got a whole bunch of people who, for the first time, learned that there were the original punks minted by Larva Labs, blah, blah, you know the story. And they heard the story for the first time. They learned that they're really crypto punks, and they bought. They fucking bought. I don't know if I even listened to this. Let's hear the shill. Let's hear the pitch.
Do you have like a crazy punks thesis? Like, do you have a ton of crypto punks?
I have
I've got one V2 CryptoPunk, but I have a bunch of V1s. So I think you know the story behind
Yeah,
V1
I do.
CryptoPunks?
Tell it though. I know it, but it's relevant for the chat. Yeah, tell the story.
So Lava Labs messed up the contract very early on in after they launched CryptoPunks, and you could like steal punks from other users when they were listing them on their site. So they airdropped the V2 punks to everyone to correct that. But then I think in 21 or 22, someone figured out that actually you could rescue the V1 punks and fix that contract, right? So all these V1 punks, they still existed on chain, and they were minted by Lava Labs. And actually, they were the original CryptoPunks because the other ones were airdropped afterwards. So they're earlier than the punks that are trading for like 50, 60 ETH now. There is an earlier collection called the V1 punks that are valued at like 5-10% of that.
Okay.
And I think the way you would think about those is misprints, right? Because they're still the real thing. They're still minted by the same people.
Oh, you just
so
bought
V1
8 punk for 250 ETH or something, didn't you? Was that you?
57.
Oh, that was him.
Oh, but 250,000. So, yeah, it was USD.
Yes.
I just saw that actually. Okay, this is a controversial. Congratulations. This is this is a controversial topic, by the way. Obviously, do you think at some point V1 punks will flip the V2s?
I think flipping is quite a reach. I think they're undervalued because they have the same provenance. Again, you know, it's that story. They have all the same on-chain stuff as the V2s. They just don't have the same social network, the same network effect that kind of pushed the V2 punks. But you know, from a collectible and historical standpoint, they're actually better than V2s. Yeah. And you know, I think if you know about like misprints and collectibles, misprints usually go for more than the original. So I think them being valued at like 5% is ridiculously undervalued.
Wait, how many do you have?
So that's I'm betting on. I don't know off the top of my head.
Oh, it's like that. Okay. Well, look, I was before Top Shot. I found Top Shot because I was a sports card reseller, flipper, collector. So I'm like into the weird shit, the misprint, all types of whatnot. Oh, you're back. You froze for a minute. It's an interesting story. It gets like suppressed. The story gets like shunned on CT of the punks.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of funny to me, right? Because they're called punks, right? So you think, you know, that the spirit of them should be against whatever the narrative is, right? So, but like you have all these like New York VCs wearing punks and like gatekeeping their investments, saying, "Oh no, your punks aren't real punks because you know we said so." Right? It's like the least punk thing you can do.
It's pretty great. It's pretty great. So not new or news to us, but to a lot of people it was. And that's only going to keep happening. If one guy going on Thread Guy for 20 minutes doubled their price, and it's essentially what happened. I mean, what happens when a major account, major celeb, Gary V, who does like V1s, I think owns some, but likes them. What happens when the narrative starts really focusing on V1s and that the airprints really matter more than you guys are valuing them? Not you guys, but, you know, the space. What happens when that really ramps up? And so what I've always argued, and I regret not having way more of these, is like that gap between the two collections, which he said was, 5 to 10%. A V1 is only 5 to 10% the value of a CryptoPunk. That gap is going to close. In fact, to his point, do they flip? I don't think they flip. Again, could. I don't think it would. I wouldn't plan on that. I don't think any part of your investment thesis on a V1 should be them flipping CryptoPunks. It could happen. I do think your investment thesis should be that the gap is going to close. And what I believe is the higher CryptoPunks get, the more valuable, the more expensive CryptoPunks get, the main collection, the 50 ETH collection, that the more the gap closes. Because FOMO, when people have this realization that I will never get a CryptoPunk, which, for most of us, it's there right now, but I would say even now at 50 ETH, $200,000, $220,000, a lot of us are like, what if I make the bag this cycle? What if I really fucking crush it this cycle? And I can get one. My one home run play, whatever. The one thing I do is everything is going to, all my moves motivated by getting a CryptoPunk. I'm going to get a CryptoPunk. And if you make a few $100,000 and you get your CryptoPunk, great. But what if CryptoPunks run to that $1 million floor, $500,000 floor, and even if you make your bags this cycle, you make stupid, for life-changing money, doesn't mean even millions, but money that changes your life, and you had enough to buy a CryptoPunk at their previous value, today's value, but euphoric market, they're not worth this now. They're $500,000 or they're $1 million. And all of a sudden you are priced out of a CryptoPunk and you're like, well, fuck. I'm never going to get a CryptoPunk. Never. This is going to happen to a lot of people. You're going to make a lot of money and you're never going to afford the CryptoPunk because they are just going to, they are. I believe in those as CryptoPunks are, it's the king. That is what starts closing the gap here, because then you go the next level down. You go to the V1s, which I love, and I don't think they're a level down. I think they're special. And these are going to pump like crazy, and that gap closes. Where these are what? These are like 7% the cost, the value of a CryptoPunk. I think they'll at some point maybe be half of a CryptoPunk. That to me is what I'm targeting, half. It doesn't mean that's where we're going. Like maybe that's the high end of where they can get, but a quarter of the price of a CryptoPunk. So punks at, 60 ETH, V1s at 15. I think we're going to see that gap close. I got to remember how high CryptoPunks got last cycle at their peak, but I will never forget V1s getting to 30 ETH. I'll never forget it. And I think they're going to get back there. And I think this cycle, and I think in the short term, actually, V1s are going to get to 10 ETH. It's going to take people making some money. It's good. You need money to get them pushed up for people to have money to spend. But I think we're going to see V1s at 10 ETH earlier in this cycle, I think within the next couple months. And this cycle, I think we'll see them more like 15, 20 ETH. I hope they go back to 30 this cycle. I think it's totally possible. But yeah, in the long run, the higher CryptoPunks go, the more the gap closes. Okay, let's go crazy. CryptoPunks run to 2 mil. Again, you're never going to afford it. You're never going to get a CryptoPunk. But you see these sitting at 100 and you've made your money. Like this is also assuming you've done very well and you've made a lot of money, hundreds of thousands, and you still can't afford a CryptoPunk, but you're like, I can't afford a V1 and it is historic and the narrative makes sense and I can gamble on the error print. I can gamble on that narrative. But more than that, if you just had the money you wanted to spend to have that slice of history, you get it here. So yeah, the higher punks go, the higher V1s go, or again, the higher CryptoPunks go, the more catching up V1s do. They're not going to lag behind like this. They're not going to stay 7% of the value of a CryptoPunk. They're going to close that and be a quarter of the value, maybe a half. It's going to happen. So I think these are one of the best bets you can make. And this collection will always be a little more exclusive is the wrong word, but there's a lot of these that are lost forever, just lost forever. Gone. We will never see the full 10,000 edition collection of V1 punks. There's just so many that are gone. I think people said there's like 7,000 that could be in circulation, but we'll never see 10,000 V1 punks. These are one of those best bets you can make. Not cheap anymore. Really not cheap. Yep, there you go. This is one of those things I'll always kick myself over, dude. Always that these dropped to 0.8 ETH and that I didn't have enough money to just sweep them up because the conviction was the same back then, right? The conviction, the way I talk about them now is how I talked about them in a bear. I'm like, if I had 10 ETH right now, I would have just bought 10 V1 punks. Man, I wish. But yes, you can wait. Like, look, if I don't believe that Bitcoin is going to have a 4-year cycle, I think collectibles are going to have a form of a cycle still too, right? That's more of when you have money, you spend. NFTs are one of those like, what is it? It's like, they're luxury goods and those have their own cycles. When people have disposable income, they go spend on stuff like this. So these will have cycles. But that said, real punks got down to what, 15 ETH? Didn't CryptoPunks, let's check. I think CryptoPunks got to, they definitely touched 20. I can't remember if they got down to 15. But let's say 20. I think they didn't get to 15. Will this not go back that far? Oh, no, it does. Yeah, okay. They got to 19. Real punks got to 19 ETH. Yep. So just under 20. Crazy. It'll happen again. Now, if I believe that NFTs will have their form of a cycle, and they will, CryptoPunks will be the most resilient to it. You'll have people that have to sell it and take it because they're worth so much and they're hurting for money and they'll sell. And of course, that will happen. But I think more and more over time, as we hit these, these bear cycles, especially in NFTs, the money really consolidates to these things. And I do think we'll hit a point like that, just like with Bitcoin, where they don't fall below a certain price. Next bear market, whatever that looks like, whenever that comes, I don't think we'll see punks hit 20. I don't think we ever see it again. Assuming a couple things, that there's more people in crypto now than last bear, and more people in general in crypto than ever before. More people, more rich people who, in a bear market buy these up. And also these are going to set more of their lore in stone this cycle. I mean, it's already there and it's preserved, but them not being a Yuga Labs thing helps a ton. That was part of what drove their price down, was them Yuga Labs FUD. I don't think we'll ever see CryptoPunks at 20 again. Maybe they settle at 30, could be maybe 20, whatever it is. But yeah, it's kind of like Bitcoin. It will come down under 100K. CryptoPunks will come down to a certain level. My bet is they don't stay there. They don't fall as low as we're thinking, and they don't live there long. So yeah, you can definitely plan to play these things, buy these things in a bear market. And that's not a bad idea at all. It's probably very wise. And the flip side of that is there will be a moment where even in a bear market, these may still be hard to acquire. We'll see. So yeah, you can wait. Might be better to not. No, if you want to make money this cycle, look, this cycle, I mean, I really do believe those are going to 2, 3, 4, 5x this cycle. Safely, you got a 2x. I think you have a very safe 2x in V1 punks. I don't know if locking your money up right now, there's opportunity cost there, right? But I would do that myself if I had disposable. Like, I wouldn't want to put everything I have into it. But if I could put it there and still be able to play elsewhere, I would do it, because I do think that 2x is really easy. But I think there's the potential for the 4 or 5x. I would roll that dice. And then sell it, and then wait for that downswing, wait for that bear market to buy one back or something. There's, so many ways to play it. But they are special. Okay. I don't know if anybody's watching that's doing this chirping campaign. I'm pretty darn sure, I'm not going to do an official statement on this here, but I'm pretty darn sure it is more granular like this, that there is a multiplier for all levels, like B minus, B plus. I just don't know if that's shareable quite yet, but I do think that there's a difference there. Again, this is multipliers, guys, for a InfoFi, Attention Fi campaign. So heads up about that. About to V1 up this cycle. There you go, dude. Hey, man, I hope everybody can get a V1. I just think they're so special. I don't think anybody would regret having one. I mean, unless you buy the fucking tippity top, you buy the tippity top and you can't realize profits and you only, lose. I get it. That would not be fun. But yeah, I think even right here, right now at this price, pumped, maybe wait for a pullback. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure that they do have that pullback. They'll have some kind, but again, maybe not. Okay, now cycling back to, I'm trying to think if I covered everything there. I think so. V1's awesome. I do want to get onto that bag story. I want to talk a little. Talk a little Azuki. Azuki's weird. Zuki keeps doing these watches, and I don't know who it's for and who it speaks to or whatever. I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, OpenSea real quick. Token trading capabilities. There we go. Quickly evolving. Oh, that's already great for swapping across 20 chains. Great. What is it? Hang on. See every trade the moment it happens. Live token activity feed. What are we talking about? Oh, just token swaps, but like via like a kind of an activity explorer view. Cool. It's a nice update. It's a nice update. I'm coming around to OpenSea again, right? I think good guys building here. Yeah, hey, there you go, Mike. You balling so hard you brag about buying a punk at the top. There you go. I love the guys that do that, like I genuinely do. Because some of these guys got so much money and they can do it, and it's just part of their lore now, which is fun. That's pretty fun. Fuck, dude. I want a sense. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hayden's Libra token's now unlocked. Look out. Look out. Watch Libra dump. All right. What was I going to do? Azuki. I don't even want to chat Azuki, but yeah, the market stuff, I just want to circle back to you just really quickly. Bitcoin's still at 117, almost 118. Really, really not moving much right now. Okay. We should be getting pretty darn excited right now. Just for crypto in general. Yes, there's still like, how are we acquiring Bitcoin? And, you know, again, Besant learning now, thank you again to Carbon, that Besant is not a fan of revaluing Bitcoin. But we are exploring new ways to acquire Bitcoin. Great. Good start. Good start. And I don't know how they're going to do it quite yet, but you know, we've got these couple stories. Again, we touched on this already, but officially now, right? We are not selling Bitcoin. Now recognize, this is official. The U.S. is now recognizing Bitcoin as a treasury reserve asset. This is official as of now. You know, the words matter. You know, in this case, you know, starts to matter a lot. And then here we go. This is actually pretty darn cool. Can we play this? I won't, but yeah. SEC Chair Paul Atkins says the SEC is mobilizing all divisions to help make America the crypto capital of the world. Again, it doesn't mean anything specific, but it's like, it's go time. You know, if he's given all these different group sectors, you know, in our government, the go ahead to now do it. Now's the time. We've got some frameworks kind of loosely. We've got some stuff. I mean, Genius Act mostly. But it's now time. It's go time. Go do this thing that brings builders here to the States. I know some builders out there that live overseas that are now planning to move back to the States here, planning to move their crypto companies back to the States. Really fucking cool. I think we're going to see a lot of that. I hope we do. I think we're going to. And man, if we're the crypto capital of the world, man, just feeds into when this cycle ends, if it ends, what it looks like, what is it, all the stuff we're talking about. What does it even mean? What does it even mean anymore? Dude, that energy drink is so good. That'd be fucking cool. All right, now the bags thing. The bags thing's weird. Again, I don't really know it well. Okay, like the TLDR of it. Anybody correct me if I got some of this stuff wrong. By the way, Thread Guy went on Mr. Beast's stream. I don't know if you guys saw that, but Thread Guy went on Mr. Beast's stream. He's got some marathon stream thing going to raise money, right? For this Team Water thing. Hang on, let me close some shit. I'm not super up on it, by the way. Like, I'm not. Yeah. I'm probably going to say some stuff that's incorrect, but check it out. There's Mr. Beast. There's Thread Guy, Mr. Beast. Oh, and Aiden Ross too, right? Pretty cool. So there's this new platform. I believe it's called Bags. And on this platform, you can launch a token and you have to launch it on behalf of like a celebrity, right? You launch a token and it has to be like a celebrity token. And the celebrity gets 50% of the supply. I think that's how it works. Maybe they get 100. I think it's more. Or I think it's 50. And so like what people are trying to do, not here with Thread Guy, but other people were trying to get a token launch for Mr. Beast called, I think, Water. Again, I'm probably mixing some stuff up. But somebody launched a token on that bags thing and tried to get on Mr. Beast's stream and promote it and get Mr. Beast to like adopt it. And it backfired big time. And now people pump this fucking thing. Here we go. Here's the real story. People pump this thing to like 5 mil market cap. Hit 7. 31 mil in volume. Crazy. This is the founder of the Bags app. I guess went on the stream. Didn't mention the token. Didn't mention the token, and the token dumped after he got off the stream with Mr. Beast. Token dumps because he didn't mention it. Everyone's saying rug, blah, blah, blah. It's not what happened. That's not really what happened. In fact, and here's him on Mr. Beast's stream. But what happened is when he comes up on this thing with this token named Water, they tell him ahead of time, they're like, you don't mention your business, like no promoting your business, and do not mention crypto. And so he couldn't. Everybody's expecting it would happen, and we're hoping, and of course. But didn't happen, couldn't happen, token dumps because it didn't happen. So from 5 mil, 7 mil, whatever, to what? 1 mil. I wonder what it's even at now. Probably not much. So it didn't work. Even if it could have been a cool thing. I guess, Mr. Beast just doesn't want crypto, shield on a show, which I totally get. And at this point, too, even you can't even mention this dude, that guy, the CEO of Bags, Finn Bags, can't mention him in chat. It's censored. Cool story. Could have been cooler if Mr. Beast like bought in, like even just mentioned it, right? So could have been way cooler. Anyway, those are spicy stories. Dude, the Launchpad stuff's getting interesting. Like the Bags thing is interesting. There's what Confusion was telling me about this newer one called Light. Something like that. Again, I am not in the trenches enough to know that. I'm not up on the Launchpad wars. But it is getting spicy. Yeah, it's getting pretty spicy. By the way, how's virtuals looking? I don't remember if I claimed my my points today. I did not. I'm at an all-time high points here on virtuals. Good shit. Now that's because they're not expiring too. So that's cool. Dude, some like get some interesting launches coming this week. So I mentioned Sage, right? We had the stream with them yesterday. They are awesome dudes. Really fucking great guys. Sage comes on Wednesday. Going to be an absolute cook. I would definitely, if you're in virtuals, I would be playing this one. If you're not in virtuals, I would be playing this one. I would be looking at this and buying secondary. This is going to cook. Like it is. It is. And let me see if anything else has come on board. It's like, yeah, it's slow in Genesis. There's not been a lot of good shit. That's kind of it. Yeah, that's kind of it. Something else coming called Flagship. They have a hackathon coming too in virtuals. Like there's stuff bubbling up. Virtuals is going to be great. I think the best part of virtual is still coming. And like I said, I think at the beginning, I do think normies are going to come to virtuals as a way to bet on AI companies. Why wouldn't you? I think it's very normie friendly. Wow, Backroom is cooking too. Dude, some of these virtuals tokens are doing really well. Let's even hang on. Let's peek at some of this. Again, weekends I try to stay away from, the AI virtual stuff, but if there's stuff happening, then I want to make sure you guys are up on it. Look at Room. This Room token is up to like pay attention to this. Like some of these tokens are really starting to take off. Room hit 12 mil. Hit a 12 mil market cap. You could have bought this for, a few mil just days ago. I mean, geez, like 1 or 2 mil? If I'm reading, let's go to market cap. Yeah, 2 mil. I mean, beginning of August, this was 1 mil. There's a lot of money. I'll say that. There's a lot of money to be made in virtuals. It is coming. It is starting already. But I find virtuals kind of easy. And I think so many people left. Here you even see the growth measured here, right? And we felt a lot of this. We felt, look how it's stagnated here. It's completely stagnated here over the past month, really. And I think that's going to change. I think a lot of people are about to come back into this ecosystem, and we're going to pump all these tokens. I really do think there's a lot of money to be made over on the virtual side. Really. Yeah, dude, right? Yep. Room, I think, is going to be pretty, I think it's going to be pretty spicy. And dude, yes, the Sage guys, they are killer. That's a great team. And that's what I want to bet on. Great teams who can build. I want to bet on, I don't own any ring, by the way, and I would love to bet on Whitney. I own 0 ring, no exposure to ring fence, and I would love to bet on that because I think same thing. Team of killers over there. Whitney, I think, is so great. And I love to see Whitney and Will make peace. I'm really glad that happened. Like, I've talked about this a lot on the AI shows. I think Will was not. Look, I don't think Will was doing the right thing, and I think he knows that now. He apologized. He actually apologized publicly. That's a good dude. It takes a big person to do that. He's a good dude. But he's got a habit of doing this now, like piling on maybe good people. Like he piled on the VPay guys. I think that wasn't great. And he piled on Ring Fence, and I don't think either of them deserved it. There were some fair points in there too, but he's playing the engagement game. He's doing and smartly. He's making that push. He's going for it. He should be doing this, but you got to learn when to stop and throttle back. And especially with builders, I don't love doing it at the expense of a builder and their reputation and all that. Right? That's a little different. Save that energy for the bad actors. There's enough of them. Give it to those guys for sure. So anyway, peace here between Will and Whitney, and that's great. And I love to see it. Good for the space. All right, guys, what else we got going on? Maybe we don't have a mega epic stream. Maybe we don't. We're 3 hours deep. I'm trying to think what else we got here. Let's do a little scan into the timeline. I got a couple things marked out here. We hit Modest. We hit V1s. Let's peek in with Capy. I got the Azuki thing, but I just don't care about the Azuki stuff. So I don't really what is it? Mention that there's watches and then what? They got watches. Who cares? What do you guys think? Capy to 7 this weekend? You think it's possible? I think it's possible. Yeah, I do. I think really, 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 really possible. What else? We got Pudgy season coming still too. Lucas says it. I believe him. I take him at his word. Yeah. I love it. Oh, that's really good. Fucking A. Oh shit, this is so good. Oh, what do we got here? Hang on. What's core? I don't know. But I like Jared a lot. Good dude. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we do wrap here. I just want to find one spicy. I want to find one more cool thing to chat about. I don't know. Buy Capy. Buy Sense. Buy V1 Punks. Buy ordinals. Buy cyberkongs. Art update and things coming. Ooh, here we go. I like the ciphered shill. That's a great collection. I've never owned one of these. I've never owned one. I probably should. I don't know, guys. Any other stories out there I've just missed? No, dude. Sovereign, what's up? What is BSX? No, nothing about. I know nothing about it, dude. What's up, Crusher, dude? I mean, like I was saying earlier, man, could happen. I was not a believer before a week ago. I believed it would be up. I believe Capy would, hit a couple mil, a few mil. I didn't believe. I'm like, it's not a meme. It's not funny. It's not edgy. It's not. But then I realized, like, doesn't have to be. Like the dog rune, like, doesn't have to be. And then seeing Bobby pushing this thing and it working and all this shit, like, dude, I believe. I absolutely believe we can do that 10, 20, 30, 50, maybe 100. I believe. I think they're all full of shit, Mike Bennett. I don't think any of them. Okay, I need to go back and re-listen to. Here, let's check that out. BSX. I got to go back and listen to whatever that lady's name who was on Joe Rogan talking UFOs and stuff, because there was some spicy shit there. Like, very much. It's always interesting that the Christians always take it that, well, these UFOs are actually like angels, demons, interdimensional. This is biblical stuff, which I like, by the way. Actually, I think I agree. But it's always interesting the Christians go right there. And she was on, this lady on Joe Rogan. I can't remember her name. And she, like, is important. She's on, like, these committees and stuff. But yeah, there was some good UFO, UAP, alien talk this week. But then that comment from JD Vance about he's obsessed. And I want to get to the bottom of it. Motherfucker could be at the bottom of it right now if he wanted to, and he doesn't. Or he is, and he's just, keeping us strung along. Carbon, exactly. Like, she was saying she read the Book of Enoch and stuff and was definitely saying, like, that seems to be what's going on. Again, I believe it. I've never read the Book of Enoch too, but I want to. Dude, interesting. BSX. Let me peek. I do, like, if I'm guessing what all this shit is, I do think it's that. Is it this right here? Oh shit. Huh. Sovereign, do I got the right one pulled up here? Is it possibly this one here? Nice. Wow. Here, do I have Copilot on? Yes, but I don't have data. Okay, got to look at that later. Interesting, dude. When did that launch? Goes back a little bit. Let's see. Okay, launched maybe January. Okay. Wow. Look. Oh, wow. Hang on. What the fuck? Out of the gate at 2 bill. All right, let's go to 1 hour. Yeah, I think it's one of those things. 10 mil is low when you're talking about something with those kind of investors and with that kind of product. Interesting, dude. Real interesting. Oh, how many of you guys saw Weapons, by the way? He's doing Resident Evil? Are you kidding me, dude? Oh my God. That'd be awesome. Weapons was cool as shit. Weapons was so cool. He's doing Resident Evil next, then an original sci-fi. That'd be cool. I would love to see him do some sci-fi. And he submitted a Batman-adjacent script called The Henchman. Low-level gangster takes out Batman by accident. Oh, wow. Would it be like, is that a thing that's going to get made? And it wouldn't be like an official DC thing, right? It would just be like something else that like has like their version of a Batman character or something. Or is that something that maybe happens in like the official DCU or something? I don't know. Dude, Weapons is great. See it at the theater. I bet it's way better at the theater. I saw it at home. I watched a pirated copy and I kind of regret it. Because the reactions, like my kids were screaming, and I hear that that's the reactions in the theater, like everybody's screaming. And I bet that would be something. That's cool as shit. He's a cool director. It's funny too. I was telling a buddy, like when you see the Weapons reviews, it's in like the 90s on Rotten Tomato or something. And I'm like, dude, it's going to be exactly like Superman. Like going with Superman expectations where it's got great reviews and the movie's good. Like the movie's not incredible. Like it's the same thing. It's just that everybody likes it. So score is high, but just go in expecting it's a pretty good movie, like good movie, but it's not amazing. It's not game changing. It's nothing like that, but it's a really good movie. It's awesome. It's fun. It's scary. It's well done. And he's got a really interesting flavor, that dude. That dude's got a really interesting flavor where this isn't spoilerish, but he has very satisfying endings in a way like they are like funny-ish. They're not funny, but I've seen Barbarian. If you've seen Barbarian, you know what I'm talking about. Like there's parts at the end of Barbarian that kind of make you laugh. And so far, both of his movies I've seen have like a really cool, satisfying ending that are like that. They're creepy, they're scary still, but they're like, it's almost like a sigh of relief because like the intense fucking pressure is off and still crazy shit's going on, but you're like, that's fucking awesome. It's like a refreshing end. It's pretty cool. Hey, welcome back, Hoods. That would be cool. I'm so curious about Clayface, dude. I wonder how that's going to be. That's so cool. Again, when I'm done here, I just got some comics in the mail. I can't wait to dive in. I'm fucking all Supermaned up right now. This one I can't wait for. Dude, Penguin was awesome. My wife loved it too. Penguin was great. Lanterns looks cool. Peacemaker season 2 is out when? Like, it's either out now or it's coming out in like a week and it's getting great reviews. And I didn't get through season 1 and I'm not that interested in it either. Like, I'm not that interested in Peacemaker. But I kind of got to watch it. I think there's definitely some... Oh, dude, I know why they put out Superman early. I think there's some like crossover stuff with Superman and Peacemaker. I think there's some crossover there. Dude, Supergirl's awesome. I'm telling you, I fell asleep during Superman last night. I got to watch it again. It hit so much different. It hit so much better last night than in the theater. And I liked it a lot in the theater. Like, I really like it. I'm not sure if it's my favorite Superman movie, but it might be. But I liked Man of Steel a lot. In fact, I didn't like Man of Steel when it came out. And then years later, I've started to love Man of Steel. And this one, the new one, I like it a lot. I might even love it. No, I do love it. Actually, I do love it. But second viewing, like legit viewing, not pirated copy, way fucking better. The best viewing. I'm bummed I fell asleep. But last night was the best viewing I've had of it. And I was definitely awake when the Supergirl part, and I love that. She is awesome. And that comes out next year. Supergirl, like, versus Lobo is fucking awesome. And, oh, man. Supergirl Lobo is going to be cool as shit. That comes out next summer. James Gunn announced, like, a super family movie thing, too. He's like, James Gunn is about to hit his stride. It's going to be awesome. But I do want to jump in season 2. Like, I don't love the humor of Peacemaker. It's like just doesn't hit for me, and I don't like the vibe. I don't know, it doesn't work. But I'm gonna do season 2. And I heard you don't need to watch season 1 for season 2 to work. And dude, the new Aliens show on Disney is supposed to be fucking amazing. Everybody's saying Aliens is like the best show on TV now. And the last time I heard that was like Penguin, and Penguin was like the best show on TV at that time. So yeah, I'm gonna get into the Alien show. Yes. Yep. I'm with you. I'm not a fan there. And Warhammer's coming up too. Is there a trailer for Warhammer? I just re-downloaded the game because I want to like get into it. And I don't know any Warhammer lore, and I'm honestly not that interested in Warhammer. But I kind of want to pay attention. Flip side is I want to go smash my PlayStation and my Switch, and I don't even want to pay attention to it. I just want to be full throttle focused on crypto here. So I'm really wrestling with this shit right now. Like there's some fun stuff that I don't want to be paying attention to because it's like lock-in time. What's up, Assassin? Good to see you, man. Oh, Alazar, what are you talking there? Is that Superman? Dude, I can't wait to hear what you think about Alien. Maybe I do the same tonight. Like it's supposed to be really good. And again, Warhammer, I just feel like shooting some guns in that game a little, but I know like Warhammer lore is deep. And one of my favorite guys on YouTube is going full, like he's a Warhammer nerd. And he's going full throttle Warhammer. And I do want to learn about it, but again, I also don't want to pay attention to any of this shit. I want to be so unplugged from like any kind of like media. Also, they're streaming. If anybody, likes King Gizzard or is curious, they've got this 3-day festival and they're streaming it all. Like the whole festival's online, free, right? Oh man. King Gizzard are the best. Yeah, where's the dude I'm thinking of? Den of Nerds is the channel, but he's gonna go. He's going real hard into Warhammer. Yeah, I want to kind of learn it. Oh, Superman, gotcha. I went in with low expectations for it, and I just love that the vibe was very comic-y and light. And when I watched it the second time, I saw like a different depth to it. And like the emotional parts didn't work for me as much in the movie at the theater, and it definitely worked for me at home. I don't know why, but it all worked. Like I felt the chemistry between characters. I didn't feel that at the theater. I didn't like none of it. And like even stuff like when Superman's battling the kaiju, and he's got the good guy stuff he's doing. He wants to save him, but I felt it. Like I felt it different watching it at home. I'm like he like actually gave a shit and wanted to kind of protect the thing. Or not hurt it when they, did what they did. Like it all felt different. It was cool. Yeah, Carbon, exactly. He's awesome, right? I love Den of Nerds. Yeah. I liked when I loved when he used to do the weekly show with Star Wars Theory. That was like the fucking best. I look forward to that every Monday or whatever it was. I think it was Mondays. He's great. Like I've watched him for a few years. He's really grown into like his thing. He's very good. Yeah, Den of Nerds is awesome. Love that guy. Yeah, he's good. He's entertaining. He knows his shit. Yeah, it's fun. Carbon, I thought I was going to not like Superman. Maybe I tricked myself because I liked it for first off for the new DC. Yeah. You know what I equate it to? And I even felt this when I was watching it yesterday. Again, liked it way more. And I already liked it, but I liked it way more. But I'm like, Capybara is a great investment of $4 or even at $4 or whatever. It's a great investment always. You know what it is? It's like, again, it's not an excellent film, right? It's exactly what Guardians of the Galaxy 1 was. Like a really fun film and really well made and a great start. And then I like it more because I like Superman more than I like Guardians of the Galaxy, right? So to me, but it's like just really good movie, really good starting point. They nailed it. And I'll go back and watch it like many, many times. Like I watched Guardians of the Galaxy a few times. And if I were a big Guardians fan, I would watch it all the time. Well, I'm a big Superman fan and DC fan, so I'll watch it a lot. Like, fuck, I've watched the Zack Snyder Justice League 4-hour cut 30 times, 40 times. I don't know. I'll watch this Superman a lot. I just wish it were an extended cut. I really want like some extra footage, extra scenes there. Sovereign, I appreciate you putting this on the radar, man. This is pretty fucking interesting. Feels like one of these things, if I'm feeling it, sensing it the right way, that we'll see it like a Bill FTV or something or more. Like maybe feels big. Yeah, let me add this to the watch list. That's pretty cool. I need to clean up this watch list. This watch list is bullshit. Oh, fuck. Unstable coins down to 23 mil. Oh, that might be a real big time buy. Holy fuck. Unstable coins are a great meme. Again, I like the coins that are like a commentary, kind of like Sense commentary on Bitcoin and US dollar and whatever. This, this is a comment. This is it's a fucking meme about stable coins. Who doesn't love that? And fuck coins, same thing. I love it. Fuck you higher. Great. It's a great motto. It's great. It's fucking perfect. God, I wish I were rich and could go spend it on all kinds of things right now. I'd buy a Moonbird and I'd buy another V1 Punk and I would buy a fuck ton of cents and I would buy a big old bag of Capy and fuck coin and this new coin sovereign put on the radar. I think we're looking at great shit. We're looking at great shit. I love it. Okay. I think we'll wrap there. I want to see if I can find some cool shit, some weirdo shit to talk about on tomorrow's stream. You got anything, send my way. But hope everybody enjoys the day. Keep your eyes on, man, all these spicy things. There's a lot going on. A lot going on in the market. It's still the calm before the storm. The storm's coming. It is. Things will be cooking real soon. Can't wait. Go check out the interviews with Kosher Capital and Sage from this week. Great guys, great teams, great everything, great products. Love it. A lot of shit to get into. Yeah, boys, great hanging with you guys. Like always, had a blast. So thank you guys. Appreciate you. Enjoy your Saturdays, and we'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.